Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores, that's a good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash and skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
Oh my gosh, who is this? I don't know. Megan Maroney.
It's not Tate McRae, don't know who it is.
Alex Earl. I know that one. Who's that? Alex Earl? Alex Earl.
I don't know, man.
It's not the guy from The Hangover, I know that.
Rosie.
Chad Powers.
Mikey Roy with hair.
I don't know. Sydney Sweeney.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Anderson, is that it? That's her name, but it's not.
Alex Earl. Or no, yeah. No, Cooper. Alex Cooper.
Bodmon Carter Thornton. Sick selfie, buddy.
Carter. Is that Jason Derulo or Carter Thornton?
Carter Thornton. Looks good.
That's me. That's Carter.
Jello Ball.
You just said his name. I forget his name now. I don't know.
Bad Bunny.
Schlepp.
Bad Bunny.
Josh Rosenswag.
The Rose Show.
That's my favorite picture of Rosie of all time. It's my new lock screen.
Rosenswag.
I don't know.
I'm spacing, I don't know.
Luke Bryan.
Ed Sheeran, come on now.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
I know exactly who this is, and it makes it 10 times funnier. Shout out to my boy Trey Fisher. Looking good, bud. Good bod.
Who? Fish?
Who is that? Is that Fish?
Oh my God!
It looks like fish.
And we are ready to go. And underway from the Coast Coliseum. It's a face-off win for the Topeka Scarecrows to kick things off. It's our Republic Finance first period. Koash hit hard into the boards by Declan Flanagan. Koash looking to thread it for TJ Sneath. Gets it down low. Sneath backdoor feed. Cam Clark scores. Cameron Clark with a backdoor feed finds it right on the doorstep, and Topeka will strike first here, making it 1-0. Breakers working on their spacing. Blacksmith ahead with room. Through the middle, shoots and scores! Welcome to the Biloxi. Joette and Blacksmith ties the game at 1. Whalen back around the wall. Litvinov, bad touch, gets through. Flanagan's shot. Got deflected by a Scarecrow. Kept alive, they score! A bad bounce for Topeka results in a goal for the Breakers. It's Matt Gellerman with his second as a Breaker. And sometimes you draw it up a little differently. Gellerman just looking to center one, and it caroms off of Gordon Whalen into the back of the net. And a fortuitous bounce for Biloxi gives them the lead here with just over 5 minutes gone by in period number 2. Out to the point now. Stoya pinches down low. Stoya being hooked on his way through. Blacksmith for Koch. Into the middle. Stoya, catch and shoot, score! Matt Stoya goes to celebrate with his family down in the corner of his own end. That's why he darted back the other way. And Matt Stoya has made it a 3-1 lead for the Breakers. How about that rocket from number 2 in the fireman uniform? Catch and release right between the circles. Beats Sommerfeld on the glove side, and the Breakers open up a 2-goal lead with their third unanswered. In the middle, Clark through the legs of Koash. That would have been almost a sure goal from Koash had he been able to receive it, with Borodkin committed to the left. Now Koash in front again. Never mind. Does it anyway. Borodkin without his stick. And another backdoor pass results in a Topeka goal. They get it right back with 1:38 to go, and it's 3-2 now. Grasby ahead, touch pass on over to Koash from Clark. Koash near circle, shoots and scores through the 5-hole of Borodkin. And just like that, with 2 goals in a span of 30 seconds, the Scarecrows have tied the game. Grasby 2-on-2 with Gagnon. Gagnon just barely stayed onside. Spinelli blows an edge. Grasby through the high slot. Drop pass for Clark. Clark pedals through the circle, shoots one. They're trying to go 5-hole on Borodkin, and he's figured it out. Grasby battles with Spinelli. Another big shot, and now the Breakers with numbers the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Koch with Pikarczyk, the captain, scores! Lucas Pikarczyk wins it for Biloxi. Their first win in 55 days comes in dramatic fashion. The captain. What a win for your Breakers. The following is a presentation of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. Any unauthorized broadcasts without the express written consent of the Biloxi Breakers and the FPHL are strictly prohibited.
It's Hockey Night live from Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm your man, Devin Doback, along with you. The Breakers and the Scarecrows closing out their 12-game season series momentarily here in Biloxi. It's going to be a fun one after last night. The Breakers take a 4-3 win in overtime, led by their captain, Lucas Pikarczyk, with the overtime winner, the assist to Hugo Koch. He had 3 in the game. Former Scarecrow helping bury his former team. What a night of hockey it was. It was also just the second time in the 16-year history of the Federal Prospects Hockey League that the game went with no penalty minutes for either side. So a pretty cool feat, and it was a magical night here in Mississippi as we get set to open up another night of hockey. Let's jump right into our tale of the tape for this last dance out of 12. Topeka comes in 23-17-3. Breakers 7-35-1. Topeka has lost 6 in a row while the Breakers snapped their 15-game slide with a win last night. Scarecrows logging 3.2 goals per game. The Breakers 3 flat. A plus 11 goal differential for Topeka and a minus 122 for Biloxi. On the power play, didn't have to change those numbers much. If you remember from last night, they haven't changed. 20.9% for the Scarecrows on the power play. Biloxi 17.4%. On the penalty kill, Scarecrows 81.5%, Breakers 67.6%. Number 4 team in the Empire currently tied with the Blue Ridge Bobcats for that 3rd and 4th spot. I'm sure that is subject to change. But the Breakers 67.6%. Head-to-head, Topeka 7-3-1 against the Breakers. Biloxi 4-7-0 against Topeka. Without further ado, let's jump into our Matt Bowers Hyundai starting lineup. Some fresh faces in the starting lineup for Biloxi. Topeka goes with their top unit of Cameron Clark with Trevor Grasby and Stephen Klink. Klink's 57 points this season, but still looking for his first as a Scarecrow in his 3rd game. The defensive pairings will be Gordon Whalen and Jordan Steer with Bryn Sommerfelt back in between the pipes for Topeka. Breakers go with the rookie forward Al Rody in their starting lineup. Centering him is Matthew Gellerman with Lucas Pikarczyk, the captain, out on the wing. Defensive pairing, Zach Pomelian and Dimitris Christou for Biloxi with Anton Porodkin, who picked up his first win in his 20th start of the season last night back in between the pipes. Out of the lineup on defense is Declan Flanagan and Connor Mullins here tonight for Biloxi. We're going to get into our intro video and leave it to Mitch Arbaugh to take us into our national anthem. Don't go anywhere. Now Johnson in front to Mack. Borodkin, are you kidding me? In front, Thornton. Scar! Carter Thornton! Bayou closing and shoots and scars! Celebu Bayou! Centering on Royer on goal, star! A.B. Royer! Couple rights from Schlepp, loses his helmet, continues to connect with Bryce French. Couple more over the top. Spinelli gets a right off. Scaldi comes back with one. Spinelli another right. Scaldi misses. Oh, Spinelli tagged him in the face. And out to Fisher's one-timer. He scars! Trey Fisher! Stoya through traffic shoots. Deflection. Ross Bartlett scars! And all alone. He shoots the rebound. Big save, Rahul Sharma. Pikarczyk from the circle shoots. He scars! Lucas Pikarczyk. The hash in front. They score! It's Declan Flanagan.
Starting on defense, number Would the captains of both teams please report to the player tunnel for tonight's ceremony puck drop?
It's Hockey Night live from Biloxi, Mississippi. My name's Devin Doback along with you on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. A fun one last night. We finally are rested up and ready to do it all over again. Scarecrows, Breakers, The Last Dance on tap for you here tonight. The officials for our game tonight, the referees are Todd Greenberg and Gordon Laws, with Gary Glassman and Jonathan DeSalle, the linesmen. Breakers in their first responder uniforms, they look like firemen's covers, with the fire and EMS logo on the front, neon stripes, a tan base, blue buckets, blue shorts. Topeka in their white road uniforms with the Scarecrow on the chest, black numbers, black name bars, black buckets, black shorts for those white jerseys with the orange trim. Topeka will head from our right to left, Biloxi from left to right. Topeka looking to end a 6-game losing streak. The Breakers trying to build their first win streak of the season. They have not won back-to-back games since they swept the Zydeco months ago. It's our Republic Finance first period. And we're underway. Matt Gellerman with an early face-off win. Demi Christo sends it back across. Pamelion up through center, gets through Rhodey, and no icing. Sommerfeld touches up. Goaltending matchup tonight, Anton Barokin versus Bryn Sommerfeld, the same one we had yesterday. Not sure what seems to be the issue with Sammy Bernard. And Rahul Sharma will be on the bench for the Breakers. Clark taps it at Grasby, centers. Clark was walking down Broadway, had a chance to make a play on it, and it goes all the way through. Christo hard into the corner. Staples a man into the glass, has some help provided by Matthew Gellerman, and Pikarczyk will carry it out through center. Kitty corners the dump and goes out for a change. Rhodey strong into the corner, but can't win the battle. Joetten Blacksmith, who scored his first goal in his Breakers debut last night, gets his first touch. Gordon Whalen down in the corner, blows an edge, a turnover. Hugo Koch streaking towards the net all the way around. He'll continue to hold and protect the puck. Drop pass down low, intercepted by Scott Koash, and he lifts it out to center. Koch pirouettes away from the forecheck of Boston Bird. Back into the offensive zone. Same path he just went down. Instead hits the brakes. Out to the point. Stoya shot. He scores! Matt Stoya puts the Breakers on top. Just a minute 21 into this one. His 6th of the season. Beautiful assist from behind the goal by Hugo Koch, hitting the brakes and finding the big number 2 out in front. Stoya hits the top corner, and the Breakers strike first. It's 1-0. 18:39 remains in period 1, and already an early lead for the home squad. All these new additions making their presence felt. Take a look at last night. 3 relatively new faces getting on the score sheet. You had Blacksmith, Gellerman. Game winner belonged to Pikarczyk, but Stoya scored the 3rd goal of the game. Grant Bondi accepts some contact. They credited the goal to Fisher. I believe it was Matt Stoya.
Time of the goal, 1:21 of the first period. That's Fisher from Romanow at 1:21.
And they said the assist went to Igor Ramanow, the new addition for Biloxi. I don't believe that either of those are correct. It looked like Koch for Stoya. In front, Fisher hit Thornton in the skates. That's our Dirty Doe Biloxi first goal of the hockey game. Back the other way. Koash lets it fly, and it goes up and into the seats with 17:52 to go. And we'll have another whistle and a face-off. Hot start for Biloxi coming off their win last night. And Topeka, who scored the first goal last night and then gave up 3 unanswered, is going to be playing from behind for the first time this weekend to start the game. in the neutral zone. Sent on in, Cameron Clark squeezing his way through the pressure to try and get down low. Christo gives it away, out to the point. Clark can't settle the puck on edge, and it's sent over to the far corner. Klink closed off into the wall by Zach Pamelian. Sent once again over to Klink. Gellerman battles with Klink, who gives it away to Grasby. One-timer! Save made by Borodkin, and then on the doorstep, an opportunity for Clark, but he was being hindered by Christo. Christo will skate it out of the zone. Up ahead to Rhodey. He gets bumped by Stephen Klink. And Cameron Clark will slow things down behind his own end line. This one gets through everybody. And we'll get set for a whistle and a face-off. They are saying the goal is Fisher from Ramenow online. I'm going to have to go back and watch it, but might have been wrong on Stoya. I do believe Koch should be credited with the assist. Comes all the way over to the near side. Ramenow will skate it into the zone, drops over to Koch. Hugo Koch. Centers one, that will be held by Bird. Blacksmith to the tape of Royer. Outlet to Koch. Koch, cross-ice saucer for Spinelli, sent in the direction of Sommerfeld, out all the way through and comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Ramenow drops for Spinelli. Boston Bird got a piece of it on the forecheck, still held by Blacksmith. Spinelli on for Ramenow, and he'll slow things down. Thanks for joining us on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Cole Crowder, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Goes down hard in front of the goal. He throws a quick slash into Hugo Koch on the hands. And then runs him into the boards. It's a turnover. Trevor Lord in all alone. He scores. His first goal as a Topeka Scarecrow is the equalizer with 15:46 to go, period one. And the strong forecheck from Crowder forces a rash decision that is potted home. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Scarecrows, and they've now tied the game up at 1. Lead didn't last long. Pamelian stretches it out for Carter Thornton, comes all the way in on Sommerfeld, and he will cover up. Justin Schmidt is on the Topeka bench and dressed here tonight in what could be his final road trip to Biloxi this season, one of the league's premier enforcers. For quite some time, 40 years of age. It's a win out to the blue line.
Your first Breakers goal was scored by number 2, Matt Stoya.
They do change the goal to Matt Stoya
Assisted by number 93,
from Koch. Okay, I thought I was losing it for a second. It's like, geez, Fish grew up a few inches and changed his handedness. Stoya is a righty, Fisher a lefty, and they're separated by a handful of inches. We'll keep that a secret out of respect to Fish. But looks like we're going to have an early call coming against the Scarecrows. Coash and Lord out to conference with Gordon Laws, the head referee in charge. And Trevor Lord will go sit, the one who just tied the game. And the Breakers will head to the first walk-ons power play of the weekend. 15:20 to go. Lord given 2 minutes. Stoya. Pikarczyk out to the point for Stoya. Stoya to the near side. Koch. Power play 1 unit out there. Blacksmith for Koch. Down low, Blacksmith again. He surveys. Back over to Koch outside near circle. Saucer pass far side, shot comes in, and it's blocked down. Friendly fire. Matthew Gellerman might have gotten in the way of that one. Pikarczyk fights to get it back to Gellerman, held inside by Stoya. Tossed ahead for Pikarczyk. He steps down through the far circle, goes in front. Puck hops over the stick of Blacksmith, but he's able to recover down in the corner. All the way through the net mouth. Pikarczyk back with it. Stop and start back the other way. Gellerman to Stoya at the point. Stoya shoots! And Grasby soaked that one. He's down for a moment. It's 5 on 3.5. Koch for Blacksmith. Blacksmith to the goal. Couldn't get it up in time. And a save made by Sommerfeld as Topeka is able to clear. Koch around his own cage. Dipsy doodles around Scott Kowash. Rody rubbed into the wall, and then a second hit from Whalen really tagged him. Inside 14 minutes ago, 1-1 Breakers and Scarecrows. Koch plays it back down low, looking for Stoya. It jumps over him, and he'll have to chase it down. Looked like Thornton was baiting the pressure for a reverse hit. Got one off, and now dumps off to Rody. The rookie into the offensive zone. Moves through Gagnon all the way around the goal. Still holding. Now Carter Thornton to the point for Stoya. Lord out of the box. Stoya's shot off a teammate and over to the far half wall. Lord will send it out the other way. Numbers for Topeka, fresh to even strength. Gagnon down low. Kowash looking for Lord. Good stick down on the doorstep. I believe that was Xavier Charbonneau, fresh off the IR in just his second game since, making a big play down low to help out his goaltender. Certainly looked like Topeka was going to make it 2-1 with that 3-on-1 break, but a better stick from number 11. Now another breakaway. Cameron Clark in transition, walks in, big save, Anton Borodkin. 12:36 to go. We'll head to our first media timeout. 1-1, Breakers and the Scarecrows. Stoya for Biloxi, Lord for Topeka.
When you think Nissan, think Matt Bowers Nissan d'Iberville, where every new Nissan comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty included. And to keep your new Nissan running well, there's never an appointment needed for express service in our service department. Just stop by for routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, tires, and batteries. Matt Bowers Nissan is proud to call the coast our home and is proud to sponsor your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart. Buy local. Matt Bowers Nissan, South Mississippi, d'Iberville.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Back along with you on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Locked up at 1 in the early onslaught of this game. Trevor Lord gets his first with his fourth FPHL team, was with the Delaware Thunder before going to the Watertown Wolves for 3 seasons, where he was eventually named the captain under Charlie Penns last year. Then taken over to the PD Ice Cats in the expansion and winds up here in Topeka for what would become Elijah Wilson. Pomelian through the neutral zone. Pedals ahead, hits the brakes, and cross ice looking for Koch all the way through where Lynn goes back up to Crowder. Out of his own end, Blacksmith receives the pass from Royer. Dumped in once more. Pomelian blew an edge for a moment. Boston Bird up the wall, intercepts intercepted by Blacksmith. Pomelian to the near side, touched in by Royer. He'll head off for a change. Blaisdell takes a shot into the wall from Hugo Koch. 22-year-old has become a quick superstar here in Biloxi. So skilled, plays fast, plays physical, everything you could want in a top-line guy. As this one goes way up and out of play with 11 and a half minutes to go. They didn't blow the whistle to have it dead, so a couple extra seconds trickle off the clock. Shots are 5-3 Scarecrows early on with 11:29 remaining in the first period, locked up at 1 apiece. Gellerman and Clark set to do it this time. And it's a clean win back for Lucas Pikarczak. In his skates, able to stay with it, out to Rody, who dumps it in. Sommerfeld way out to play it. Gellerman tries to center, eventually does. It gets through everything all the way to the far side, and then an awkward angle shot from Ramanow is snared by Bryn Sommerfeld. Another whistle and a face-off, 11:09 to go. Crowd of around 1,200 last night went home pretty happy. They were fired up to see their Breakers take a win at home for the first time since January 9th. Tonight, a slightly larger crowd. Of course, it's a Friday. No work, no school tomorrow. Blacksmith will take this one with Scott Koash. And it's won by Topeka. Up in the air, Gagnon couldn't settle. Pomelian up ahead through the skates of Royer, finds Blacksmith. Blacksmith looking down low. Koch drop pass, but not on the same wavelength with his line, and Topeka takes it back. Lord from behind has his pocket picked. Puck comes in deep. Pomelian will receive up the wall, intended for Blacksmith, cut off by the official, and Gagnon controls. Pomelian gives back to Koash in the corner. Now it's Jouett and Blacksmith. Approaching the midway point here, 10.5 minutes to go in period one. Stoya slings it down low, off the wall, picked up by Blacksmith. Through the blue paint, missed everything. Stoya for Fisher. Fisher winds it down low, intended for Koch, cut off. Fisher then collides with Connor Lind, and Gagnon will give it right back to Pomelian. 1-1, Scarecrows and Breakers tied. 10 minutes to go in the first. Borodkin leaves for Pomelian. Up ahead, Fisher to the tape of Charbonneau, redirected on goal, and a save made by Sommerfeld. Little pushing and shoving involving Whalen, and Charbonneau quickly diffuses, and with 9:56 to go, we'll head to break. 1-1, Breakers, Scarecrows, back in a moment.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Mississippi Seawolves. Don't miss 1 minute of the action. Get your tickets today.
9:56 to go in our Republic Finance first period. Stoya for Biloxi, Clark for Topeka. Or excuse me, Lord for Topeka. Trey Fisher, Scott Koash waiting for the green light on the ensuing faceoff. He'll glide into the circle, and here we go. It's a tie-up controlled by the Scarecrows. Steer into the corner. Sends it out ahead. Spinelli took a shot up high from Koash, able to shake the glasses back down and chip it ahead. Fisher up the wall. Charbonneau through the circle. Sends down low for Thornton. To the point. Spinelli thought about the shot, then lets it fly well wide. And taken by Steer. Big hit by Trey Fisher. In the corner on Steer. Here's Lord again. He missed the net. Back the other way. Then redirects it on goal off the wall. And they're going to rule that maybe the puck went out of play. Trevor Lord and Anton Borodkin, longtime teammates in Watertown. And, of course, they attended Syracuse Crunch camp together in the AHL. So Lord gives Anton a little respect. And Spinelli getting a little emotional in the box. Punched the glass, and the referees looking to calm things down. So 55 heads to the box for Biloxi, their first Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill of the evening. Fisher over to get a consultation. Spinelli up on the glass, and he is irate at the call. We'll see what it's for. It's a double minor penalty, excuse me. So let's add that to our clock quickly for you and match the times up. Now a quick shot comes in from Stephen Klink, and it's held with 9:09 to go. Spinelli a double minor penalty. So the Breakers are going to be put to the test here. No Ross Bartlett in the lineup tonight for Biloxi after exiting the game yesterday following a hit from Cole Crowder. Lind at the top of the key. 2 minutes for slashing and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct for Spinelli. Might be that punch he gave on the glass that bought him an extra 2 minutes. So after no calls last night, a couple already here in the first. 4 penalty minutes for the Breakers, 2 for Topeka. 1-1's our score, 8:45 to go, period 1. Grasby winds it down low, picked up by Klink off the wall. Klink near circle for Grasby. Crowder battles in front with Christo on that power play 1 unit. And Connor Lind will have to go chase down the loose change. Klink the other way in transition. Crowder waits to enter with him. Klink's shot, save Borodkin, back on goal, and escorted to the corner by Stoya. Lord, drop pass. Lind protects and dives down low. The defenseman on over for Lord. Lord's shot, redirected on its way in. Crowder tried to stuff it home, and he's able to retain the rebound. Lind near circle again. Running out of time in real estate. Breakers take a couple swipes and go back into their box. Grasby out wide to Lord. They have such a talented power play unit. So many big name scorers on there. Lind leads the team in points. Bad bounce off the stanchion, can't clear it out. Crowder lost his twig. Shot from the point, sails over the glass. And finally it's sent out once again. Now a shorthanded opportunity. It's Carter Thornton to his backhand. Big save, Bryn Sommerfeld. Lord took down a breaker behind the play. Carter Thornton with all 3 goals in franchise history shorthanded, adding up to his total of 10. Clark around the poke check of Borodkin. Center is a big save. Anton Borodkin again, and he will hold. The crowd salutes him with 7:08 to go. And another minute 48 to go on the Spinelli double minor. Anton Borodkin darts over to that back post and comes up with a big save to keep it a tie hockey game. Shots are 11-4 Topeka. Koash ties up the draw. It's controlled by Biloxi. Can't be sent out by Gellerman. He goes down to a knee to try and block the pass. Gagnon on over to Whalen. Whalen below the end line. Gellerman, I believe, blew a skate blade. He does whatever he can to get off to the bench. Koash down low near circle. Whalen in front, tried to stuff it home, was Boston Bird. And the Breakers are able to get another quick clear. Topeka has had their chances in this first period, but still nothing to show for them on the power play. 20.9% coming into tonight. Clark all the way around the wall. Comes out to Jacob Gagnon, far point. Gagnon to Clark. Gagnon again, slotted back in that defensive position on the power play after playing forward last night. Fresno, California native as his pocket pick. Pomeleon to the near side. Here's Thornton. Couldn't get it through to Charbonneau, and Sommerfeld gets a stick on it off the deflected pass. Clark, easy entry over the line. Bird, down low, threads it to Koash. Oh, a big reactionary save with a left pad by Anton Borodkin. Anton Borodkin has been sensational this weekend, picking up the win last night, comes up with a big save, sprawled out in the Dirty Bird. And with 5:56 to go, we stay tied at 1. Gellerman heads down to the locker room. I'm not sure if it's a skate blade or a leg thing. We don't want to speculate, but he did get off on his own power. And the way he went to the bench made it seem like there was a skate blade malfunction. And you can ask any hockey player, no matter how good a skater you are, when you lose that blade, you look like you've never played hockey trying to get back to the bench, doing whatever you can to scrape and crawl your way to get there. You can't stand on it. You go right down. Lord off the post from the far circle. Another 20 seconds to go on the Spinelli double minor. Lind to Lord through the circles. Backhands deflected by Grasby and taken away by Rody. Bank pass for himself off the wall, then touches it ahead. Quick shot from Rody. Rody is turned aside by Sommerfeld with the right pad. He's crunched into the wall by Grasby, and then again from Connor Lind. Breakers able to kill it off. Spinelli will head off to the bench. Stoya collects in his own end. Flips across for Ramanow. Stretching it out for Royer. Amy Royer walks in. Big shot. Save made by Sommerfeld. Connor Lind lost his stick for a moment. Might have got a piece of it. Grasby up ahead for Crowder. Crowder battles on the wall. Looking ahead for Koash. Accepts some contact from Royer. Koash outside far circle. Whips it down low. Blacksmith back out to the point. Kicked in again by Jordan Steer. Hugo Koch through a couple bodies. Able to complete the task, get it deep. Breakers will not make any changes in the meantime. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 1-1 Breakers and Scarecrows. Stoya through the neutral zone. Makes a couple moves. And Gagnon will come into control of it. Gagnon off that weird stanchion over above the Coca-Cola logo on the wall. Giveaway. And the pass for Whaling gets all the way past off the tape of Gagnon, and he will have to reset back in his own end. Norwinski turns it over to Joette and Blacksmith. Drop pass for Pomeleon. Shots 13-6 Scarecrows here as Borodkin comes up with another quick save. Spinelli motors ahead, gives to Blacksmith, who whips it down low. Settled by Sommerfeld. A turnover in front, they score! We'll see who leads the line. And it looks to be the captain, Lucas Pikarczyk. Off the misplay from Bryn Sommerfeld, the captain cashes in again. A go-ahead goal with 3:28 to play in the first period. It's 2-1 Breakers. Huge play made on the forecheck. And Biloxi's back out in front here against their interdivision rivals. Pomeleon all the way down around the goal. Still holding. Far circle now. Sent in on Sommerfeld. It was Hugo Koch who provided the great forecheck. Oh, he's not going to be happy with me that I couldn't remember it in real time. Koch with 3 assists last night and not named a star of the game, but his efforts were incredible. 2-1, Biloxi leads it. Pikarczyk has him back out ahead.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Back underway. 3 minutes remaining in period number 1. Biloxi leads 2-1 over Topeka here on 106.3 FM and Breakers TV. Whalen down into the corner. Ramanow, the first there to retrieve it. Grasby, the other number 77, comes to flank him. Christo took a little too long in the corner. It's given away. Clark on goal. Redirected for a moment. Koch ahead for Amy Royer. Cameron Clark wheels out of his own end and will dump it in deep to go chase. Christo in the corner once more. Able to slide it out ahead for Amy Royer. To the far side, Koch. Drop pass Blacksmith. Blacksmith pops it out wide. Dives down below the goal. A lot of contact from Grant Bondi, the former Breaker, down on the end wall. Koch in the near circle, in front, quick shot, Stoya had it blocked. A good opportunity once again. Koch and Stoya with the chemistry dating back to last season with Mississippi, or a couple years ago. And it is tangible. 1:55 to go, still 2-1, the Breakers ahead. So far the captain with the difference, making it 2-1. Fisher out there for the face-off with Clark once again. And Trevor Lord controls it off the draw. Spinelli into the corner, all the way around, takes some contact from Lord, gets it back up to Gagnon. Taken away by Carter. Thornton hit into the boards by Connor Lind, who wins a puck battle and has it back for the Crows. Good collision from Charbonneau running into Douglas Blaisdell, the veteran, and assistant captain for the Scarecrows. Fisher reels it back in. Clean zone entry. Made a nice move, but not for long around Gagnon. Taken back away by Topeka. In transition, Gagnon, far circle. Quick shot comes in, Koash, and it's held by Anton Borodkin. Minute 13 remaining. Shots are 15-8 Topeka. That 4-minute double minor kill from Biloxi was a huge momentum boost. They're able to come out of it and take the lead. Clark and Pikarczyk on the draw. Pikarczyk Ahead gets through Rody, and a race down in deep, no icing. Rody sends it down low for Pikarczyk. Centering feed gets all the way through, and Topeka has it. Inside a minute to play in period number 1. Pomelian, dangerous saucer pass through the middle, gets by to Ramanow. D for Pomelian again. Out to center, touched by Pikarczyk, but finds the blade of Connor Lind. Lind, sandwiched by a couple breakers, able to play it down low once more. Pomelian gives to Lind. Connor Lind to the far side. Clark on goal, big save for Rodkin. Able to chicken wing it just under his glove side arm. And with 30 seconds to go, we get another stoppage. Blacksmith and Koash will do it this time. Blacksmith a clean win without any trouble. And Biloxi will move out of their own end, led by Blacksmith across the blue line. His shot soaked by Gordon Whalen, goes over into the corner. Gagnon plays it around. Steer gives a bump to Blacksmith. Near side Koch. Rims it down low. Royer in front, looking for Blacksmith. Has it back in the middle, and Koch missed the net. Had a chance in the slot, but not a lot of time. As the final couple seconds will bleed out, and that will do it for period number 1. The Breakers are ahead at 2-1 as we will get ready to step aside for our Chick-fil-A at the Edgewater Mall first intermission report. Don't go anywhere. Breakers lead by 1. We'll be back in 18 minutes. And we welcome you back into episode 29 of Breaker Banter. My name's Devin Dobek. I'm joined now by Demetrius Christou. Demi, welcome to the panel. Happy to have you with us.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Well, Demi, as I like to kick it off with all of our guests, tell us about your early hockey journey growing up in Skaneateles, New York. Who were some of your early mentors that shaped your love of the game?
Some of my early mentors would have to be my coach in high school, Coach Major. He was kind of a big part of a lot of my hockey career and just kind of progressing as a player. And yeah, he was one of my kind of biggest mentors growing up in Skaneateles, at least, especially with hockey camps growing up. He does a lot of work with players, and he's a good coach and moves a lot of players to good
So
games.
It's fair to say he took homegrown talent to the next level if he's someone that had been there pretty much every step of your career and then taking you into high school?
Yeah, I would say.
How about your parents? Did they have an impact on your hockey career? Were they more fans or were they hands-on? How did they weigh in?
Definitely both. My mom drove me a lot of places. I would drive a lot to Rochester at one point because I was playing on teams out there, travel teams, and my dad as well, traveling, and we did a lot of different trips, and they were a big help with all that. So,
did you have a favorite NHL team or a player that you admired growing up?
Growing up, I really liked Brian Miller from Buffalo Sabres. He was kind of
I know you're a big Sabres fan. That
yeah,
must be
huge
a little
Sabres
bit
fan.
difficult, but this year's been a
yeah,
little fun.
Yeah, huge turnaround. So.
So the Sabres and Ryan Miller, and he was a Team USA guy once upon a time. We were just watching the 2012 gold medal game the other day ahead of USA-Canada. But keeping it rolling here, what are some of your favorite hockey memories from your time playing youth, growing up, just being young?
Again, like traveling with my parents and sisters because they also played hockey. It's obviously fun growing up, going to hotels, tournaments, different places. One of my better memories was going to Canada and playing in I think it was the Bell Cup. And that was a pretty good memory.
Awesome. Any other sports or activities you were involved in growing up? Did you have any other passions?
I did play lacrosse in high school, so that was a passion too. Played a lot of side basketball with hockey guys and golf
So you played hockey for your hometown high school in Skaneateles, as you said, across 4 seasons. At that point in your hockey career, did you have aspirations to turn pro, or did those develop as you went on?
I would say it developed as I went on. I wasn't too sure what I was going to do coming out of high school, so that's why I kind of went the junior route and kind of just working and kind of figuring out what I wanted to do. And then I kind of landed in school, so that kind of helped with progressing me to playing pro hockey.
So I think it's pretty cool. Not a lot of people that end up playing professionally play at their local high school. So what went into your decision to stick it out and to play at Skinny Atlas as opposed to going to some preparatory school and preparing for something bigger? Because you paved your own path, but just going the homegrown route, which I think is great.
Yeah, I mean, Skinny Atlas is a really tight-knit hockey community, and I think that I was blessed to grow up and kind of play hockey there. The culture was 1 to none in Skinny Atlas, so I think that kind of helped me make my decision in staying that route. I did play a lot of junior hockey during high school, like split season, during my junior and senior year, but it was still, I had to play there during the main season because there was no second question. It was second to none with culture and stuff. So yeah.
Love that. 2017 to 2019, we'll pick it up there. You're a part of the Oswego Stampede in the NA3HL. You logged 79 games with them, 9 goals, 27 assists, and 106 penalty minutes. How would you describe your style of play in Oswego?
It was a little bit of everything. I did play a little bit of special teams there, so doing that and then having to play physical and still kind of be there for the team in that way. So a little bit of everything, but I would say more defensive style because we had a young team again those 2 years.
So we mentioned the 106 penalty minutes you had in that span.
Yep.
As a defenseman and knowing that you can change a game with your physicality, what kind of impact does that make on your teammates when you're able to use your body and create some sort of momentum boost by laying a hit or whatever it may be?
It kind of just helps. I think that with, again, playing for a young team, as well as how we are pretty young, we all play pretty physical, and I think that's what helps us in games that we're close and right in. So using, the body to kind of help guys maneuver around me, whether it's in the D zone and pinning a guy for our forwards to pick up the puck or whatever it may be, it helps in any way.
So you mentioned your time there and you enjoyed playing in Oswego, but taking a step back and looking at the competition and through your lens, how did you feel you stacked up against them? Did it kind of boost you to want to continue your hockey journey into pro, or was it something where you felt like, maybe you're one of the common men? Like, where was your confidence level at that time?
I think it was a little bit of learning from vets and learning from the younger guys and just kind of where everybody was at and how practices would go in games. And, the progression was good. So I thought, every year was a stepping point, so I thought I could definitely make the jump, but it kind of was like still in the air as, it's COVID was hitting, obviously the last year, so.
Yeah. 2019 to 2020, we'll pick it up there. You joined the Boston Junior Rangers in the AHL and the EHLP. 19 games played between the two clubs, and you log 8 assists. What was your experience like playing in a different state? Because you've been pretty New York purebred up until this point in your hockey career, starting in Skinny Atlas and then going on to Oswego. So now you're in Massachusetts playing in Boston. What was it like seeing that change in pace unfold, and what went into that decision to move?
It was kind of a decision on wanting to improve my chances of getting a school offer, as I was getting them in the NA3. But I kind of wanted to boost that in my last year and kind of make it a better decision than just jumping into something that I didn't know. But yeah, it was a good jump for sure. It was a fast-paced league for sure that year.
And of course, it ended with the COVID shutdown. So take us through your experience when that news hit. You find out that hockey season is going to be over. Just what were your raw emotions?
It was a tough time. I mean, that's when, guys are committing to schools, and we were going to play in the EHL finals in, I think, Providence that year. And they actually shut down right before that. So it was a tough time because I wasn't actually committed yet to a school. So for me, it kind of messed with that a little bit. But it was a tough tough little time for
Yeah,
all of us.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, that was prime time for you to start making those big decisions. But after the news broke, how were you able to stay active, in shape during COVID? Like, how were you able to fine-tune your game even without ice for a time?
It was actually pretty easy for me. I was actually pretty blessed in Skaneateles, as hockey's huge in that area, so getting ice was not an issue for me in upstate New York during COVID. As well as working out, there's a lot of opportunities in Skaneateles to kind of keep yourself, in shape and at it, while we had to be indoors most of the time.
So then we'll pick it up right after COVID, 2020 to 2025. You're at Franklin Pierce University, the NCAA Division III level. 64 games played for the Falcons there. You posted 2 goals, 7 assists, and 78 penalty minutes in that span. How was your college experience, and how do you feel it prepared you for the professional level?
NCAA hockey is definitely a tough level. You have a lot of kids competing, for the same thing, and it's to get better and to move on. So once you make that jump, you kind of realize, yeah, I do want to play after, or you kind of realize, okay, maybe it's not for me, but that's kind of where you realize what your potential is as a player, for sure.
And what went into the decision to play in NCAA? I think this is something that every hockey player that ends up, going somewhere has to make, is juniors or the NCAA. And you'd obviously played a few seasons of juniors, but then you elected to go with the college route. What went into that decision? And looking back, are you happy with it?
I guess it was for my degree. I did want to have my degree. It was kind of like a no question when you could get your degree and play hockey.
Yeah.
So I think that's what went into it. But looking back, I feel as if maybe I could have gone the pro route right out of juniors, as could have been younger, and it kind of could have been a different route, but I'm happy that I have my degree.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logos stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game.
And we are just about set out of our Chick-fil-A at the Edgewater Mall first intermission for our Aaron's second period. Let's take a quick look at our game summary up until this point. Breakers lead it 2-1. Scoring opened just 81 seconds into the hockey game. Matt Stoya with his 6th of the season from Hugo Koch. Trevor Lord tied it unassisted at 4:14 before Lucas Pikarczyk, off a misplay by Bryn Sommerfeld behind his own goal, was able to cash in off another feed from Hugo Koch. Already 2 assists for the former Scarecrow. Jump in to our intermission game stats now. The score 2-1 Breakers. The shots are 16-8. That should be in favor of Topeka, excuse me. Scarecrows 0 for 2 on the power play. The Breakers are 0 for 1. 4 power play minutes versus 2. As we gear up for our second frame, see if Biloxi can make it as good as the first. Pikarczyk will take this face off. Scarecrows now go from left to right. The Breakers from right to left. Mitch Arbaugh leads us off for period 2. Peyton Jones mixing in a shift out there. And we're underway. It's a clean win for the Breakers. Pamelian out to center. Taken off the wall by Klink and sent back ahead. Klink has the pass clang off of his stick. Pikarczyk takes the puck in transition. Klink with a solid hit on Peyton Jones over on the half wall. Pikarczyk battling down low. Jones helps him out, keeps the play alive. Jones skated with the puck a little too long, and it will be sent back around. Breakers will make some changes. Strong forecheck from Rhodey. Pops the puck out to Royer. Royer with room in the corner. Swings it around in the direction of Hugo Koch. Koch shakes off Gordon Whalen. Heads to the goal. Koch, man on a mission, taken down, and Grasby will take the turnover. Blacksmith knocks it down in the neutral zone. Through center. Pops it up in the air. Royer, another look at it, but couldn't find a stick on it. Jordan Steer ahead for Stephen Klink. Klink backing in on Stoya, and a save made by Anton Borodkin with 18:47 to go. Have not had a Justin Schmidt shift yet for Topeka, and no AJ Schlepp in the lineup, still with the Worcester Railers of the ECHL, so not the 4th round of that fight, which has been a great season series. Schlepp, the league leader, still active in penalty minutes with 247. Knocked out of the air by Charbonneau and taken back for Ramanow. Dominic Matnick, that is, limited tonight. We'll keep an eye on his usage by Charlie Pens. Stoya to the neutral zone. Thornton has his pocket picked by Checo. Checo put Royer in a bear hug. Rather, that was Ramanow, and now the other way. Charbonneau across the blue line. Fisher takes the drop pass through the circle. Down low, redirected on goal by Charbonneau, and he gets his own rebound. To the point, Stoya through traffic, tipped on its way in. Still loose, the rebound is controlled by Checo again. Bird stung by Ramanow. Charbonneau pulls it out of some skates, enters across the zone. Thornton comes to help him out. Thornton back for Charbonneau, who couldn't uncork the shot. Around the wall, Stoya disrupted by Connor Lind. Lind up ahead to Boston Bird, and once again the puck finds its way to center. Stoya for Fisher, who sends it back to Stoya, up ahead for Thornton. In transition, Thornton thought about the shot, dives down low, made a move but lost the puck, and Boston Bird will control. Pikarczyk wins it back for Thornton. Quick for Jones on goal, and a save made by Sommerfeld as Jones on its way to the goal taken down, and we'll have another whistle and a face-off. 17-13 to go, still 2-1 Biloxi. Pikarczyk will do it this time with Scott Kowash. And it's controlled by the Scarecrows. Whalen has it. Outlet pass ahead. That's flipped out of the zone. Biloxi back in control. Rhodey takes it into his own end and goes ahead. Jones for Rhodey. At his pocket pick by Lord, and it's dumped out again. Inside 17 minutes to play, period 2. Breakers still in front 2-1, looking for their first weekend sweep since November against the Zydeco. Whalen gets it back to Jordan Steer. Steer out of the zone for Trevor Lord across the blue line. Lord shoots, and it goes over Borodkin. Now on the follow, Topeka thinks they scored, but Biloxi's got it, and they start to head the other way. Borodkin was falling into the goal, but the puck stayed out, and shouldn't be much debate. Koch with speed on the far circle. Dives around Sommerfeld. Centers looking for Royer. Royer battles on the forecheck with Kowash. Wins it back for Blacksmith. Looking for Koch in the slot. And it comes all the way back towards Anton Borodkin again. 4 minutes gone by, period number 2. 2-1, Biloxi over Topeka currently. Christo snaps the pass into the middle for Kowash. Through the logo, Kowash runs through Cameron Clark. Lost the puck, making the move. Gets it back over on the far half wall. Clark didn't see Royer with it. Blacksmith in front. Got a one-timer in tight. Looked to shovel it home. Sommerfeld comes up big again. Shots are 3-1 Biloxi here with 15:39 to go in the second period. It will be the Fisher line out there again with Thornton and Charbonneau. Charbonneau getting extended minutes. No Don Heaven Vayu tonight either for Biloxi. And with Matnick being limited, Charbonneau's had to step up into a bigger role, fresh off the injured reserve. As it looks like Robbie Nichols might elect to challenge the goal from some time ago. So we will head to review. This will be a minor penalty on the Scarecrows if they are unsuccessful. So we will catch our breath and be back in a moment right here on Breakers TV.
VIP. Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. I sit back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance. Caress a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it, believe it. You better gain weight. You better hit bulls how the kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. No faking, cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them, being quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped up tempo. I'm on a
Call on the ice is confirmed, no goal. And with the cameras being from behind, it would be tough to see the puck cross the line as it was airborne and Borodkin was sprawling around, probably blocking the vantage point. So that must be why we're not getting any penalty time here, not a clear enough angle to get a clear review, but Topeka needs points bad, and they're going to take every opportunity they can to try and add another one to the scoreboard. Spinelli. Stephen Klink takes it away from him. Clark now on the entry. Klink with him. Given away to Charbonneau. Strong effort from Carter. Thornton on the back check to make sure that nothing happened there. Spinelli looking for Royer. And now here we go. Cameron Clark near circle. Looking to the middle. It's taken away by Charbonneau. He plays it out ahead. A 2-on-1 brewing for the Breakers. Led by Fisher. Fisher shoots and scores! Trey Fisher! His 10th of the season. Beautiful goal, beating Sommerfeld on the blocker's side, short side. And the assistant captain gives Biloxi a 2-goal lead. It's 2-1. Great play by Xavier Charbonneau on the half wall in the neutral zone to bump it ahead for Fisher. And Fisher elects to shoot instead of pass, and it works out well. Goal number 10, a career high for him. Pamelian behind Anton Borodkin slows it down. Gives it away to Boston Bird. Bird in the corner. Pamelian swats it ahead. At the point, Lynn's shot deflected by Borodkin up and into the netting. Or lack thereof. As we'll head to media timeout. Scarecrows now staring at 2. We'll be back in a moment.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
.39 to go, period 2. Trey Fisher with the lone goal in the frame to make it 3-1 Breakers. Defensive zone draw out of the media timeout. Checo will take it with Pikarczyk, and it's won by Biloxi. Rody had a chance to play it out and couldn't. It's sent back down low once again. Stoya takes a cross check from Crowder down into the goal. That was actually Matonak, I believe. Swept around by Rody. Held by Pikarczyk. Sent ahead on the forecheck. Some good pressure by Peyton Jones and Al Rody, the rookies. Crowder looking to collect it off the wall. Nice move to slip by Ramanow. Ramanow gets it back, walks in, shoots, and he missed the net. Jones has his pocket picked by Corey Checo, and the puck is sent on out.
Icing the call, brought to you by Banter, located in Hard Rock Casino.
13:48 to go, period 2. It's 3-1 Biloxi. Looking for a series sweep for the first time since November against Baton Rouge. Topeka is the only other team, in addition to Baton Rouge, that the Breakers have beat this season. Crowder picks it up in his own end. Forces it ahead, intercepted by Chris Stowe, who makes a couple nice moves and sends it in deep. Blaisdell on over to Connor Lind. Around the wall, back for Blaisdell. He takes a hit from Blacksmith, who might have got the brunt of it as he winds down into the wall. Blacksmith, touch pass for Hugo Koch. Little trouble handling it as it handcuffed him in the skates. Checo on goal, save made by Borodkin with the left pad. Lord into the corner. Blacksmith disrupts the play. Lord locked up with Christo. Taken by Gagnon, around for Lord. And now Stoya will skate it out. Blacksmith in control, shoots it ahead. Hugo Koch there to get it. Jordan Steer and him go hard into the wall, and it's possessed by Topeka. Lord in on Borodkin again, and he will hold for a whistle and a face-off with 12:34 to go. Shots on goal are 20-12 in favor of Topeka. This is 3 points they desperately need. And Biloxi playing spoiler in that Empire Division playoff race, especially with games dwindling. Just another dozen for the Breakers after this one here tonight. And only 4 more at home. Charbonneau has it pop off of his tape. Gagnon knocked it down, but it's taken back by Ramanow. Ramanow back for Fisher. Up ahead in the direction of Charbonneau. Might have got a piece of it to avoid the icing, although Sommerfeld wanted it. Kept alive for a moment, and now Gagnon, outlet to Lord. Back for Gagnon, in tight, backhander as he goes hard into the wall. Back up to his feet, but that was a hard collision. Former teammate Trey Fisher with the Dashers involved there as well on the back end. Trevor Lord and Carter Thornton will have a little pushing and shoving going on after the play. And I'm not sure what they're going to take a peek at down in the end wall, but there seems to be a convergence of bodies. Off the faceoff, Clark with a quick shot. Blocked down by the Breakers, and they'll turn it back the other way. Jones might have been an offside, and the whistle comes a little bit late. And the draw will come out to the dot once again outside the blue line. 11:50 to go, period number 2. Scarecrows trail by a pair. It's 3-1 Breakers. Trey Fisher with a lone goal here in the second. A penalty-free second up until this point. And if you're Robbie Nichols, I think, although Justin Schmidt may not be your marquee defenseman, maybe you need him out there to provide an energy boost, drop the gloves with someone. Grasby back across the blue line. Will shoot it in off the stick blade of Borodkin. Going down is Rhodey. Gives it away. Stephen Klink with it now. Near circle. Drop pass. Steers drive. Is off the left pad of Anton Borodkin and held. 11 and a half minutes to go. Breakers just 1 goal away from completing their 4-goal challenge for the Half Shell Oyster House. It's a free half dozen oysters at any Biloxi location within 24 hours of the game. Crowder had his backhander go wide over on the far side. Koch takes some contact from Crowder into the end wall. He gave him a shot on the ankles after that. Bird to his defenseman partner Blaisdell, and Crowder's able to complete the job in deep. Boston Bird battles with Spinelli down low. Around the wall, Blacksmith can't catch up to it, and a shot from Lynn will be held by Borodkin. Christo and Crowder with a quick conversation near circle. Crowder was getting into it with all kinds of Breakers last night, including Declan Flanagan and Connor Mullins, who are both out of the lineup tonight. So Christo stepping up to carry the torch. Spinelli able to get it around. Here's Blacksmith. 2-on-2 the other way with Koch. Gets it to Koch. Saucer pass to the near side. Royer couldn't pick it up on the backhand. Down low for Blacksmith again. Into the middle and gets by Koch all the way for Spinelli, who plays it into the O zone again. Topeka back in control. Checo takes the stick of Blacksmith with him. Enters the zone, gets a quick shot away. Spinelli ate that one off the right leg. Checo in the corner, through the circle, shoots, blocked again by Spinelli. He ate 2 shots on that shift. Koch right around Jordan Steer with a self-pass. Clark door-to-door with him, calling for it is Blacksmith. Koch continues to hold all the way out to the point. Drop pass off for Ramanow. Ramanow wheels around, dropped it away to Stephen Klink, and now here comes Stephen Klink out wide to the left. Pamaleon with him, and it goes way wide. Carter Thornton back over the blue line. Avoids the contact of Steer. In front for a centering feed as Charbonneau was in tight. Sommerfeld just gave him a shot in the back. Thornton battles with Grasby, former Watertown teammates. Fisher, hard hit into Gordon Whalen, but then he went down hard into the corner, and the Scarecrows take the puck. Stephen Klink. Now Clark, backhander, he scores. Through the 5-hole of Anton Borodkin, it's Cameron Clark picking up a big-time goal to make it 3-2. Topeka needed that one as they were beginning to reel. Shots are 25-12 in favor of the Crows, and they've made it a 1-goal margin now with 9:15 remaining in period number 1. Just a tenacious effort from Cameron Clark, a pure goal scorer. Nice touch. Borodkin gets beat through the 5-hole, and it's 3-2 now. Trey Fisher has the difference, each team with a goal. Here in this second period, Pikarczyk goes hard. Won the race against Koash, now has the possession. He hits the break, shakes off Koash. Continuing to pirouette away from him. Taken by Peyton Jones through the logo, will rip it in the direction of Sommerfeld, goes down as a dump. Bondi hit hard into the wall by Jones, eventually taken down to the ice. Koash stung by Pikarczyk, and now once again in transition, Biloxi's got it. Give it right back. Trevor Lord out wide on the far side. Run into the boards by Christo. Gagnon looked to center for Koash. Borodkin got a piece of it. Nice play with the stick by Borodkin to make sure that there wasn't a high-quality opportunity in front of him. Out of the zone. Gets through for Matt Stoya again. Beautiful breakout pass the other way. Rody swings down into the corner. The official trying to get out of the way. Al's got it. Finds Stoya through the far circle. Gets it in deep. Koch leaves it for Stoya behind the goal. Calling for it is Blacksmith. Stoya will take it all the way to the top of the key. Lets it go through traffic. A battle in front involving Royer and Blaisdell. Koch gives away to Blacksmith. A turnover. Blacksmith in front. They score! Welcome back, Amy Royer. A turnover in their own end by the Scarecrows, picked up by Blacksmith, and what patience to find Royer on the back door. And with 7:40 to go in the second period, Biloxi already with their 4th of the night. It's 4-2. Breakers offense has come alive this weekend when it's needed to. Even with Topeka continuing to chip away and trying to tilt the ice, Biloxi tenacious. The forecheck has been the difference tonight. A couple beautiful goals created. Blacksmith that time made that play all happen. Royer did the easy part. Off the ensuing faceoff, Fisher crunches Jordan Steer as Borodkin will hold. 7.5 minutes to go. And I believe we're going to head into our second media timeout. 4-2, Breakers in front. We head to break once again. Back in a moment.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Kevin Brown flies off the ice down into the corner. Bird and Fisher will do it in the breaker's end. 7.5 minutes to go, period 2. It's 4-2 Biloxi.
Breakers goal, scored by number 91.
Bird collides with Fisher down into the corner. Royer, his 4th of the season with the tally there. Joetten Blacksmith, the assist. And they credit Brendan Spinelli with an assist of his own, his 6th of the season. Scrum on the half wall. Charbonneau battles with Bird, and the puck is sent in deep. Christo below the end line. Around the wall, held by Igor Ramanow. The latest addition for Biloxi just came from Twin City. Was part of that 3-team deal with Indiana and Biloxi that brought Connor Mullins and Don Carter Jr. here briefly. And now winds up in Biloxi after all. Checo out wide for Klink. Klink through the middle to Norwinski. His shot, save made in and out of the glove of Borodkin. The other way, Thornton picks up a feed from Fisher off the wall. Thornton hard around the goal, wraps it around in front. Charbonneau on the backhand center. It's nobody home. Pamelian gives it away. Grasby through the neutral zone. Forces it to Clark. Grasby again. Klink on goal. The rebound. Clark had a wide open goal, but the puck was bouncing away. Steer misses the net. Borodkin scrambles to get back into position. Clark in Gretzky's office finds Lord. Now Klink on goal. The save made by Anton Borodkin once again.
Let's hear it for number 31,
Anton Borodkin has been exceptional here tonight. Coming up with some big saves. He's got 26 of them. 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Scarecrows trail the Breakers by 2. Breakers win their defensive zone draw. Send it ahead. Steer disrupted by Jones, but keeps possession at the logo. Out wide on the far point for Stephen Klink. He moves through to the middle, lost it, now gets it back. Klink through traffic, shoots. Save made by Borodkin with the paddle. Spinelli in the corner. Shoots it ahead for Jones. Outlet to Lucas Pikarczyk as Grasby and Stoya locked up below the goal line. I'm not sure if Grasby's looking for a fight or what. Now here we go. Stoya and Grasby down in Borodkin's end. They are tangled up pretty good. Grasby looking for a jolt for his team. Stoya can't get his right arm free. Grasby turtling. Stoya a couple big time rights. Stung him in the face. Stoya and Grasby lock up again. Grasby not going down without a fight. Stoya's got him in a headlock and then caught him once again in the face over the top with the right. Then Grasby back with one of his own, and they both go down to the ice. Trevor Grasby has had enough. Stoya gets the crowd going as he heads off to the box, and they are loud. What about? It took a while to officially develop, but when it was over, Matt Stoya with a couple big-time right hands. And this place is alive and well. 5:18 to go, period 2. It's our first fight of the weekend. 4-2's our score. Biloxi leads it. All things coming up for the boys in blue tonight, or the Fire Squad. Stoya continues to get the crowd going from inside the box towards the bottom of your screen. The former Seawolf and now Breaker puts together a nice little bout. Him and Grasby struggled to get separated. Stoya got off a couple good ones. Grasby might have got the last one. And I'm not sure what is being ironed out. The referee skating over to Charlie Penns on the bench with some sort of explanation. Robbie Nichols is down on the wall as well. He'd like to know what's going on and be in the loop. And the official once again headed back to the box. Shots are 28-13 in favor of the Scarecrows, but the Breakers have 4 goals past Bryn Sommerfeld. Not sure what they are trying to figure out. And the reason for this stoppage, it's not immediate timeout. So we will stand by in the meantime. Matt Stoya with his first fight as a Breaker, and it didn't disappoint. In front of the home crowd. Royer and Koash will resume us. And it's a tie up and a win for the Breakers. Pomelian out to center on his horse. Hugo Koch had a chance to go with it all the way, but a good back check from Jordan Steer negated it. Justin Schmidt given a 10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure if he was hollering on the bench or what, but he picks up another 10 minutes to add to his team high 128. Lord around the circle, sends it down low. I'm not sure what's going on. Delayed call coming on Biloxi as the puck goes wide, and it's Scott Koash down on the ice as we head into immediate timeout. Amy Royer certainly showing some concern as we'll head to break and get an update for you in a moment.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport. Royer given a 2-minute minor for high sticking. Next home series for the Breakers will be March 27th and 28th against the Baton Rouge Zydeco, a rivalry matchup, the battle for I-10. Breakers will be rebranding as the ECHL's Mississippi Seawolves for the weekend. So a pretty cool moment. Come in, catch some nostalgia. We'll have all the old Seawolves
tricks going on around the arena. The Seawolves tunnel's expected to be out. Of course, the howl, and I'm hearing rumors the goal song. So if you're a big Seawolves fanatic, it is the perfect weekend for you to come out. You can get your tickets at the MCC box office all the way up until that date. Breakers have a 5-game road trip in the meantime. Royer and Clark will do it to kick off the third Raven and Rhodes tattoo penalty kill of the evening. Kowash down low. Clark, one-timer. They score. Cameron Clark, just 10 seconds into the man advantage, able to pot the one-timer for his second of the night. And number 22's 22nd of the season. And it's 4-3. So the Royer penalty proves to be costly. Borodkin had his sights set on the right side of the ice, and all alone was Clark on the near circle. Beautiful pass, and Clark with a bomb to light the lamp. And it's 4-3 with 4:28 to go. Boston Bird will sweep it ahead. Him and Blacksmith battle on the back end. Pomelion around the wall and out. Whalen's got it on over to Jacob Gagnon. Gagnon mishandled it for a moment. Getting hooked by Hugo Koch. Lifts it in the air. Settled by Pomelion. On over for Blacksmith. Blacksmith gives it away to Bird. Bird across the blue line. Outside the circle. Goes down low. Blacksmith with it again. Kowash and Bird continue to battle. Tie up in the end wall. Kowash. And Bird in there for the Scarecrows. Spinelli does it himself. Koch takes a hit from Gagnon. Sent out of the zone. Pomelion to Koch. Koch had it poked away on his way in. Royer stapled into the corner wall. Back with it is Rhodey. Rhodey, he winds one on goal, and it goes wide. Out at the point, Pomelion again. Shakes off Clark. Todrax to his backhand, and then lost a handle on it. Centering feed knocked away and sent out again. Slowing things down. Here comes Ramanow out to Christo up ahead. Drop pass on goal, the rebound, a juicy one as Crowder then stings Peyton Jones. Blaisdell to the tape of Lord, a turnover on goal. Jones had a chance and a save made by Sommerfeld with 2:41 to go. Still 4-3 in favor of the Breakers. Shots are 29-15 in favor of the Scarecrows. They've been all over Borodkin, but the Breakers with the lead. At the point. Ramanow gives it away. We also haven't seen Matt Gellerman since period 1. And still no update on if it was a skate blade or an injury. But certainly hope that Gelly's okay. Had a big goal for Biloxi last night. Not an orthodox one. Banked it in off of Gordon Whalen. But he's starting to come into a top 6 role for the Breakers, and certainly will be a loss that is felt. And also no Ross Bartlett. Thornton had his stick lifted by Cole Crowder. Lord carries ahead. Crowder now backhands into the skates of Stephen Klink. Up ahead, Thornton. Disrupted by Lind. Lind back to work in the O-zone. Touch from Crowder. Down low, Klink. Look to reverse the hit. Down low, now on the short side. Centers one that Carter Thornton says thank you very much, and will begin the charge back the other way. Sommerfeld out of his goal. Nice hit by Trey Fisher to free up the puck. It's another turnover. Thornton winds up and fires. Big save from Sommerfeld off the pads. And with 1:27 to go, we'll get set for another face-off. Still 4-3 Breakers. Wherever you're joining us from, Breakers TV on YouTube or 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. My name's Devin Doback, happy to be along with you. Game 44 of the FPHL season for Biloxi. Clark will be ushered off the face-off circle. Blacksmith hangs in tight. Corey Checo will move in to take it. And it's a win for the Crows. Gagnon out to Bird. Bird looking ahead. Pomelian touched it, but not enough. Clark goes down into the wall with Pomelian. Checo banks it up to the point. Sent on goal. Save made Borodkin. Pomelian escorts the puck out to Blacksmith. Checo settles in his own end. On over for Gordon Whalen. Back to Pomelian. Inside a minute to play in our Aaron's second period. Breakers lead at 4-3, despite being outshot 30-16. Shots have been relatively proportional. After it was 16-8 Topeka in the first, it's now 30-16. Royer, nice collision down in the corner with Cameron Clark. Pomelian for Hugo Koch. Koch makes a quick move. Whalen takes it from him, back over to Clark, who has a pair already tonight. Checo will shoot it in deep. Borodkin tried to slow it down, lost his twig in the process. And Topeka has possession in the O-zone. Koash spears it in the air. Lord couldn't settle. On the wall. Taken by Spinelli. Up ahead for Blacksmith. Floats for Koch, and the Breakers are caught offside with 6 seconds left to play in period number 2. Tough break for Biloxi as it looked like Koch had a head of steam heading in towards the goal. Stoya and Grasby will be released from the sin bin after their fight. And Stoya gets a warm ovation back to the bench. Pikarczyk and Koash will do it. And we get another whistle from the linesman. Back to work. Shot in by Ramanow, and that will bleed off the remaining time. One last spin on goal goes wide. And the Breakers will take a 1-goal lead to the break once again. Fun period of hockey between these two teams. Things ramping up, heading in to the final of 36 regulation periods in this season series. Shots are 30-16 in favor of Topeka. Breakers looking to close it out, searching for their first sweep in over 3 months. We'll be back in a moment after our intermission report. It's our Coastal Prince second intermission. Don't go anywhere. Back for period 3 in 18 minutes.
Do you have any memories playing with Brendan Spinelli over at Franklin Pierce? Of course, he was your teammate for a handful of seasons, but what was he like in school?
He was my roommate in school, and a
and
lot
now
of
your
memories.
Roommate in pro.
Yeah, and my roommate in pro, and he's a great guy. He's one of the guys you love to have on a team. He's always trying to get the guys going, whether it's scaring the guys or getting the guys, laughing. But some great memories in school. I mean, on the ice, especially in school. I mean, he's a hardworking kid, so he played a lot of forward in college, and he'd do a lot of good things for us, especially putting the puck in the net.
Did you ever forecast him to be this big-time enforcer that he's developed into? Did you see that coming from his time in college?
Definitely. I mean, in college, he had a punching bag in his room, and he watches a bunch of UFC, so I could definitely see that.
A favorite memory from your time at Franklin Pierce?
I would say playing LIU.
Playing LIU.
Yeah, it was a good trip. We went to New York or Long Island. and they're a pretty good team, so it's cool playing against some of those kids.
Another thing that's great, I think, about your time at Franklin Pierce is not everybody's able to last 5 years at one school. I think it shows a lot about your dedication and your loyalty. Is that something that you feel is important to you in your hockey career?
Yeah, I definitely do. It's always been kind of a thing for me to just stick things out wherever I am and kind of try to make it better, increase the chance of it getting better, whether it was my 5th year being my last year. I was hoping the next year would be better for the team. They did have a better year. So, yeah.
So one thing I know that you take a lot of pride in is, of course, representing Greece, which is part of your heritage, of course, and you're an assistant captain there. You've been parts of 3 different tournaments, but playing for the Greek national team. What's it like to represent your home country?
It's an honor. It's definitely cool to play with some players who, are drafted in the NHL or in the AHL or playing, different levels in the coast. It's a really cool experience, and to represent, your country while doing it, it's something you don't forget.
What's it like playing on that international stage? Is there some sort of extra emotions that go into it, or just do you take a step back and take it in at times? How does that go?
I think the first tournament I had to step back and take a look at it because we did pull out a win against a good team with a good roster, and that was kind of eye-opening because it kind of started the whole thing for Team Greece. So yeah.
And then another question that I've got to ask you is you pretty efficient points-wise in your time playing for Team Greece. Are you secretly a skill guy? We've seen flashes of it here in Biloxi. Couple nice moves to the net, but secretly, deep down, are you a skill guy?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a forward, and I think that I definitely can put up a lot of points in a short amount of time. It's just I kind of tend to sneak back into the defensive play too. I think that with the teams that we play in this side is, it's kind of tough to pull out some of those moves, but they happen.
We've almost seen it a few times. Yeah. Where are we at? We are at your favorite memory from those tournament times. So representing Greece, is it putting on the jersey? Is it getting that win, as you mentioned? Is it playing with good talent? But what is the most important memory that you take with you from those times?
I would say getting together with the guys after the games. I mean, once you get there in the start of the tournament, you kind of meet everyone. And it's crazy because then after you become so close because you're all kind of the same, blood almost, and it's kind of cool. I would say just hanging out with those guys who are heritage, remains in Greece. So.
At the end of last season, after your time at Franklin Pierce, you signed with the Danbury Hat-Tricks, where you played 7 games at the end of last year, and then another 10 this year. What was it like hitting the ice for the first time, calling yourself a pro in Danbury, which, of course, is a place with a lot of history, a lot of tradition? What was that like?
It was tough. I mean, it's tough playing there, whether you're an away team or a home team. I mean, you have to be ready to play every night in Danbury because you never know what will happen over there. But yeah, it was definitely cool going out there for my first pro game, for sure.
This season with Danbury, you had a goal and 3 assists for the Hat-Tricks before eventually winding up as a breaker. What was it like to score your first pro goal for the Danbury Hat-Tricks?
It was awesome. I mean, it was a huge goal for a big win that we needed, and it was kind of a start to a good stretch for us there.
Do you have a favorite part of your time in Danbury? Of course, we mentioned the tradition, the history. Of course, the fans are loud. What's your favorite thing looking back?
Probably hanging out with our newest breaker, Zach Palmelaine, in the locker room. Whether it's pre-practice or post-game or pre-game, it's always a blast with that guy.
I didn't even mention him yet, but Palmelaine, it's been great to have him. He looked really good in his first game last weekend, so very excited to add him to the Breakers roster. But then you come into Biloxi, where you've been a part of each of the last 15 games. What do you enjoy about playing here and playing in Biloxi? How is it different from other places you've been?
It's a breath of fresh air. I mean, when I arrived, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. It's a great area. It's a good spot to play. The rink is right across from a beach, and you can't get anything better than that.
Do you have a favorite thing to do off the ice around here?
definitely hang out at the pool, the lofts.
Yeah, no, everybody's always taking advantage. There's a big pickleball tournament the other day. I know that. And then you can't hate this area, all the casinos and stuff. There's plenty of fun to get into for sure down here in Biloxi. But how have your relationships been with your teammates? Of course, you're rooming with your college roommate who's now playing pro with you here. But how do you characterize your relationship with your teammates?
It's been a good, what is it, about 2 months now? It's been, I mean, we're all pretty close, and you see the guys hanging out in each other's rooms, and we're kind of getting the click going. So I think it's good with going into the last, 14 games? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been good hanging out with a lot of the teammates, and it's been fun.
So you recorded your first pro fight last Saturday night on Country Night at the Coliseum, going up with Skate Scaldi, and wow, it was a fun one. A win with authority. It didn't last long for the other guy, but take us through that. What do you remember? What was going through your head? What were your emotions? And just what can you recall from that exact moment?
I think it was more just anger from, the game being so close, and we kind of had a bad 5-minute stretch in the third, and I think it was just kind of a mix of emotions, but he was kind of, talking a lot, so, he asked me if I wanted one, and I didn't say much, it was more just the anger kind of taking over, and ended up happening. So.
And then on your way off the ice, you hear the public address announcer kind of say, let's hear it for Dimitris Christou, and get the crowd going. How did that feel after the fight?
The crowd was loud. I mean, I've never heard that place loud like that, so it was definitely a good feeling to get them going, especially after we couldn't pull out the win for them. So it was definitely good to hear them happy for a little bit.
So the Breakers, unfortunately, have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. But what's the focus for this group in their final 14 games? What will be the things you guys try and do to prepare for next season?
I guess it's a mix of both. I mean, you got to still play like you're in playoffs because that's how you get better for the next season. You can't really think about that too much. It's tough because Baton Rouge just pulled off some good wins, so that kind of hurt us a little bit. But again, I mean, all we can do is kind of look towards the next game, and hopefully we can just keep improving game to game and pull out some wins.
All right. And as I always like to leave the floor, your final question or your final, statement you can give, Demi, is if you have a message to the fans or if you want to say hello to anyone back home, the floor is yours to close it out.
I mean, hopefully we can get you guys some wins, and go Breakers, and love you, Mom and Dad. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, huge thank you to Dimitris Christou for joining me on the panel. You are the third international representative we've had after Carter Thornton, of course, with Team Jamaica. Rahul Sharma's played a little bit for Canada, and now we've got somebody from Greece. So you're our third international guest, and it's a pleasure to have you on, and we look forward to seeing what you do the rest of the season. Maybe you and Spinner will become the new Bash brothers with Mr. Schlepp in the ECHL now.
Yeah. But, yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Well, that's Demi Christou. My name's Devin Dobek. I'll be back to wrap up episode 29 in a couple moments right here.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best Warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienvo Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores. That's a good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
And we welcome you back out of our Coastal Prince second intermission report. We gear up for the Half Shell Oyster House third period of action. Let's take a look at our game summary, which does not want to update the score, of course. There we go. Technology. 4-3, the Breakers lead it through 2 periods. Scoring opened at 1:21 in the first period. Stoya picked up his 6th, then at 4:14. Lord tied it with his 21st. Pikarczyk with a big goal, his 13th of the season. Lucky 13. Made it 2-1. To the break we went in the second period. Trey Fisher makes it 3-1 with his 10th of the season. But Clark with a pair of goals in that middle frame as well at 10:45, his 21st. Royer got it back. So the Breakers had a 4-2 advantage, and then on the power play after Royer took a minor penalty for high sticking, Cameron Clark again, 22nd goal of the season for number 22 off a feed from Scott Koash on the power play. Game stats are like so. 4-3 Breakers lead. Shots are 30-16 Scarecrows. Topeka's 1 for 3 on the man advantage. Breakers are 0 for 1. It's been a disciplined game, just 17 penalty minutes against 11, 10 of those belonging to Justin Schmidt for unsportsmanlike conduct. 20 more minutes from Breaker Bay. This 36th and final period in this season series. And here we go. It's our Half Shell Oyster House third period. Koch looking out wide. Hard into the wall goes Amy Royer, looking for some help. Gets it from Koch, but it's given back away. Now across the other way. Here's Grasby below the circle. Sends one to the middle. Good stick lift. Steer now through traffic as the shot go wide. Grasby back for Lord. Funky bounce from below the end line. That was actually Klink with the release. Koch through some contact with Steer, waiting for help. Sends it across. Cameras go out for a moment. Bear with us. Tip in front. They score! It's Joette and Blacksmith on the redirection. Apologies you missed it. It was a beautiful play from the far circle. Pomelian to the tape of Blacksmith. Redirected home over the shoulder of Sommerfeld. And the Breakers once again back up a pair. It's 5-3 with 19:22 to go in period number 3. Breakers coming out flying again to begin period 3. A huge goal from their newcomer Blacksmith. He has a goal in back-to-back games. Stoya has it go through Jones, and this will be an easy icing call. Ben & Jerry's at the Hard Rock Casino icing. Draw comes back to the Breakers' defensive zone. 19:09 to go, period 3. Topeka on the verge of losing their 7th straight. Breakers looking for a sweep. Hasn't happened since November. Connor Lynn tiptoes the blue line. Takes a couple slashes from Jones. Gets it down low for Lord. He's being worked on in the corner by Christo. Blaisdell inside the point. Shoots through traffic. Missed everything. Koash centers. Intended for Gagnon. Intercepted. Here's Pikarczyk the other way. Big hit down in front of the Topeka bench. Peyton Jones run into by Douglas Blaisdell, and we got another quick whistle. Offensive zone draw coming for Biloxi. 18:35 to go in this third period action. Jouett and Blacksmith with a tip-in goal to make it 5-3 Breakers. Fisher will go to the face-off circle to do it. Against Trevor Grasby, fresh off his fight in period 2 with Stoya. It's a win for Fisher. Thornton's shot goes high off the window with a deflection. Lynn ties up a breaker down in the end wall. Charbonneau still being pinned. Topeka playing a physical game here to open up period 3. Grant Bondi down in the corner. 4-man scrum, nobody can get it free. Still locked up in the corner. Officials might blow this dead momentarily. Finally, it spits free to Fisher. He gets locked into the wall, but able to play it around. Pamelian working on the half wall. Taken by Charbonneau. Charbonneau on goal, the rebound. Fisher hit the post, still free, and Thornton had a chance at it, sent it wide. Couple great chances for this third line, and still it remains a 2-goal game. Carter Thornton could taste number 11. Fisher, nice move between the legs, enters and shoots off of Whalen, now goes to chase his own miss. Bangs it back out to the near point. Pamelian for Thornton. Thornton coils it back in the direction of Hugo Koch, fresh over the boards. Another tie-up on the end wall. Closing in on the 17-minute mark. 5-3 Biloxi leads it on Breakers TV and 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Here comes the ever so nonchalant skating of Grasby. Playing on his backhand. Centers off the stick of Checo. All the way through, handled by Royer. Breakout pass to the near side for Koch. Koch ahead for Blacksmith. Easy entry for Biloxi on goal. And held in the glove of Sommerfeld. 16:41 to go. Another face-off set to go. Another win out to Koch. Koch's shot deflects on over into the corner wall. Lynn fanned on the clearing attempt, now gets it out to Crowder. Here's Corey Checo across the blue line. His shot off the chest of Borodkin, and Blacksmith comes away with a rebound. Up to Koch on the half wall. Given back to Checo. Topeka keeps the zone alive. Around the wall. Sent in front, redirected by Bird wide. Now out to Crowder on goal. Big save, Borodkin. Well out of his crease. Shuts down the angle, and Crowder is denied. Lind. Self-pass, might have caught a piece of the Breaker bench, and with 16:03 to go, another whistle and a face-off. Shots are 3-3 between the two clubs to open up the third and final frame. A lot of faces have changed in these two groups, but one thing has remained true, and that's competitive hockey. Fast-paced and physical. Coash asked to leave the face-off circle. Trevor Lord will come in. Couple slashes with Jones and Coash. They continue to jaw with one another at the center red line. Jones and Coash locked up. They finally get untangled, and the pass hits the stick of Spinelli. He'll go run it down in the corner. Plays it all the way around the wall for the captain, or rather for Rhodey. Skating with the captain. He gets lined up by Trevor Lord with a big hit. Back up to his feet, Gagnon. At the circle, pass with purpose off the pad of Borodkin is turned aside. Whalen slams another one in on Borodkin, why not? This guy's been tough to crack this weekend. Spinelli shovels it up the wall, Rhodey. Over the blue line, lost an edge. Taken away by Connor Lind. Thank you very much. From north to south, Lind beelines to the goal. Backhander is turned aside. Not much of an angle for Lind to do much with it. Gagnon hit by Ramanow into the wall. Thornton comes away with a turnover off the boards. One-on-one with Blaisdell. Thornton hooked by Blaisdell and run into the glass. I thought that a call would be coming there. Thornton had his body turned around. And once again, lifted out towards center. Koash. And Stoya with a quick battle. Stoya with it as Koash goes out for a change. Stoya will shoot one in. It goes just wide. That will be an icing. And with 14:31 to go, we'll have another media timeout. Breakers make it 5-3. Joetten Blacksmith with a big one, opening up a 2-goal advantage.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
.14:31 to go here in the third period. Breakers lead at 5-3, despite being down Mullins, Flanagan, Bartlett, Gellerman. They've put together a solid effort here into the third period. The question becomes, can they close it out? An extended delay for a moment here. The officials conferencing with Charlie Penns over at the bench area. Robbie Nichols receives an explanation of his own from the linesman. Kevin Brown, part of our on-ice crew, will head off with the shovel into the corner.
As your Breakers take on the Baton Rouge Cyclones with first puck drop at 7 o'clock. It's also Retro Weekend, and for 1 weekend only, we'll be throwing it back and rebranding as the Mississippi Sea Wolves. Don't miss a minute of the action. Get your tickets today.
They're promoting the Sea Wolves again here. March 27th and 28th, both puck drops at 7 o'clock. Louis Dumont, the all-time ECHL points leader and captain of the Mississippi Sea Wolves, and their Kelly Cup run will be in the house to sign autographs, take pictures, and do the ceremonial puck drop. So really cool opportunity to see one of the greats from this arena back home and in town. And I'm not sure why we are still in the midst of a delay. The corner boards are open. Stoya and Pamelian talk with Grasby and Klink down in the near side, while the rest of the Scarecrows head down towards Bryn Sommerfeld. Here's the upcoming schedule for your Breakers. Tonight, they close out their homestand with the Scarecrows before a 5-game road trip. March 13th and 14th next weekend, 7:05 and 6:30 puck drop against the Blue Ridge Bobcats at Hitachi Energy Arena, before they head for a 3-3 with the 5th-seeded Twin Cities Thunderbirds looking to continue their spoiler arc. 6:35, 5:05, and 3:05, those start times respectively, before they will finally come home, rebrand as the Seawolves, and take on the Zydeco in a battle of I-10. And still the delay continues. Trevor Finch is out. He is the Zamboni operator, and I'm not sure if there's something on the ice down in the end wall. It looks like they are handling, so it looks like we're going to be in the bit of a delay for a moment. In the meantime, let's throw it back to some familiar faces who were Breakers, and some of them now Scarecrows. Here's our Matt Bowers Hyundai bit.
What do you want want to buy a Matt Bowers Hyundai?
Buy local, Matt Bowers, Gulfport, Mississippi, Hyundai.
And we welcome you back. Still in the midst of a delay, you see Finch just go off to the right side of your screen there. They're working on the end wall down in the Topeka end. Some out-of-town scores, a couple finals. Port Huron defeats Indiana 3-0 at home. That game opened up with 3 fights in the opening 30 seconds. I'm sure you can check it out on Bruised and Battered on social media, or tune into one of the Sentinels or Port Huron broadcasts right off the puck drop. A couple good ones. Former Breaker Richard Colarusso getting involved early with Austin Johnson. In overtime, PD and Athens locked up at 6 out in South Carolina. What a game that's been between PD, who's been on a tear, and Athens, who's the #1 seed in the Continental. Danbury still in front of Blue Ridge 2-1 out in the third period at the Danbury Ice Arena. Binghamton defeats Watertown 3-2 on the road at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Monroe has opened up a 3-goal lead, 7-4 over the Columbus River Dragons on the road. And Twin City, who was once down 2-0, now ahead 3-2 at the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge against the Zydeco. Period 3 still going on there. We'll keep you updated with more finals, and here's a quick look once again at the Continental Division standings. Athens at the top with 90 points, Monroe behind them with 89. So Monroe, with the help of the PD Ice Cats, can get back into first place with a regulation win here tonight, or at least tie Athens at the top, although Athens holds the tiebreaker in the head-to-head matchups. Columbus with 85 points. Doesn't look like they're going to get any closer tonight, trailing by 3 in the third period at home. Then it's the PD Ice Cats, who are inching closer at locking up a playoff spot. They'll be up to 63 points with that game in overtime against Athens. Then Twin City in 5th place with 52, trying to battle out with the Zydeco for what will be the 5th and final wild card spot in the play-in game this season. But Baton Rouge had a 2-goal lead at home, and they've squandered it to make it 3-2 Twin City. That's something that I'm sure will fire them up. A huge swing. Instead of trailing by 10 points in the standings, they'll now be down 16 if the Thunderbirds close them out. The Breakers, with a win last night, bump up to 20 points, but still in 7th place and mathematically eliminated from the postseason race. Empire Division standings. Binghamton at the top. They've locked up the only playoff spot thus far in the FPHL with 110 points. Port Huron up to 81 points with their win over Indiana tonight. Then it's Blue Ridge in 3rd place, but they look like they're going to fall to the hat trick. So Topeka had a golden window of opportunity to jump up the standings with a couple wins this weekend. The Breakers have done a pretty decent job playing spoiler, helping out their Blue Ridge friends, who will be adversaries next weekend, March 13th and 14th in that 2-game set. Danbury in 5th place with 55 points. Watertown also squandered a 2-1 lead, or else they would have had a chance to bump up a few points. And then Indiana, with 32 points, sits in last place as it stands currently. We're going to play a old bit starring Declan Flanagan on WLOX here to kill some time in the midst of this delay once again, with some work being done in the end wall. So stick with us. Here's Declan Flanagan with Matt DiGregorio from WLOX.
Biloxi Breakers are a third of the way through their inaugural season since rebranding from the Mississippi Seawolves. Ahead of their next home game on Friday, the Breakers currently sit just 5 points out of a playoff spot in the very difficult Continental Division. I hit the ice with Biloxi star Declan Flanagan, who taught me a thing or two about professional hockey. All right, we're out here with the Biloxi Breakers today. I'm here with
Declan Flanagan.
Declan Flanagan, he's from Ontario, Canada, a little bit far from Mississippi, man. We're gonna come out here, we're gonna see what these guys can do out here on the ice. Come take a look. So when you come down here to Mississippi, we can go like this, and we can go kind of give and go here, just show kind of the passing element of things. When you get down here to Mississippi, right, from Canada, how much of a difference is that, like, culturally for you?
I mean, obviously it was a bit of a culture shock when I first got down here. Obviously the weather, a lot nicer. I remember I walked out of the airport and the first thing I kind of said was, wow, it's a lot hotter down here than it is back home. Obviously the food, I'm a big fan of seafood myself, so I'm pretty happy with all the local spots, get to try out a whole bunch of different things. But no, it's been, hasn't been too bad for me. It's all the fans, the community, everybody's kind of made it nice and enjoyable to come in and make my transition really smooth. I love it down here personally, so.
Let's race.
Okay,
Let's just show people the difference here. And listen, I haven't been on skates for over a year, but I just want people to see the difference. 3, 2, 1. All right, well, he said he's gonna go backwards the whole time. I think he got a little worried that I might beat him there, and I'm an awful skater. I mean, he still kicked my butt there. Show me how to properly get rid of the puck and release it.
I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but I don't really have a certain way that I release the puck every time.
Okay.
Kind of just a certain situation, I'll change it up. But moral of the story, or
Yeah.
how I teach kids normally is start with the puck at the heel of the blade.
Okay.
Pick a target, so let's say we're gonna go bottom left. I'm gonna roll the puck from the front of my stick and release. And I want to roll my wrists and flex into the stick as well. So then the last thing I'll say is as you're finishing, point at your target.
All right, so it's almost like finishing a golf shot in a way.
Yeah, so it's basically, I'm a big golfer too, so I mean, I would say it's kind of the same, but not really at the same time.
All right, we're gonna try that from the heel out to the top.
There you go.
There's nothing really on that thing, but all right, so there's the wrist shot type. All right, now let's go to slap shot.
I try to line it up around the middle of my blade and really lean into it. So the thing where I'll aim when I'm coming into a slap shot about 6 inches, or probably 3 inches behind the puck is where I first make contact, and then I follow through, really lean into my stick, and kind of let the stick do the work from there.
You want to show us one?
Yeah, I'll take another one.
All right, and that's the idea right there. Yeah, most people when they get in there, they're trying to deflect it there. You're working on something like trying to get a stick or a body part on it, right?
So yeah, you don't really see a slap shot from this. I mean, yeah, you can, but you don't really see it from that close to the net. More from the blue line as a defenseman.
Yeah.
It is a pretty good feeling when one of those goes in, for sure.
All right, let's try one here.
I definitely lower your center of gravity a little bit. Bend your knees.
Bend the knees a little more?
Bend the knees a little bit more. That sounds like it's pretty every sport, but hey!
All right, he's a good teacher. I mean, that's crazy. He just told me what to do and we do it. So it's nowhere close to the speed that these guys can do, but I mean, that feels good. You're right. When you watch that thing hit the threads, it feels a little nice there. And there's one more big thing in the Fed that people do, and that's rip this out and they drop the nets.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've asked a lot of players about this, right? But there's a long time in the Fed, I see you looking over your teammates here like, what's gonna happen? There's a there's like that time where a lot of people are like sizing each other up, right? Yeah. Bring me through your mindset if you were like, all right, someone's like, you wanna go here?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll see the guys will square off at center ice, so those ones are normally planned, but a lot of the time when you see us just kind of drop the gloves out of a bit of a scuffle, it's heated, so. I mean, as you're going into one, you don't really expect it, but the first thing I do is I come in and I grab right away, right on the shoulder, twist the shoulder pad, and then I just want to come over the top. Over, under, under.
Yep.
So that's kind of my mindset when I go.
Do you ever take a body shot in there? So like if you were to go here, like
yeah, so you wouldn't think they would hurt too much, but we don't really carry a lot of padding on the side of our gear. So if you take one in the ribs, you definitely feel it.
All right, you ever lost a tooth?
I have actually. So I have a fake one in right now, full implant. I think I've got a few more that are pretty loose, but hopefully we can keep those for the next little bit.
Love that. All right, that's Declan. And Declan, I also want you to say, for the people, if they want to come out and support, like, what are some of the things that they're going to see?
I mean, this is probably one of the most exciting nights you'll have out. It's loud, it's physical, it's exciting. You can't really ask for much more on a Friday or Saturday night, so come on down and come support the team.
Yeah, Biloxi Breakers playing on Friday night, hosting the Road Moccasins right here. The Gulfport football team getting it honored after they just won their 7A, first ever 7A state football championship. Declan, thank you. Come out and support the Biloxi Breakers. And as you heard there, Flanagan and the Breakers return to the Mississippi Coast Coliseum on Friday against Monroe. That was a lot of fun to do.
There's Zach Pomelion having a little bit of fun in the midst of the delay here. And there's a look at the glass they're trying to repair. Matt Stoya using his twig as a hammer to try and nail it in. So we continue to sit patiently here. Definitely need the glass to all be intact to play a hockey game. See if we can get an update on Athens and PD in their overtime frame. And Athens was able to pull it off at 7-6. So the Rock Lobsters will hold control of first place, at least for the rest of the evening and into tomorrow, as they're still repairing it. Trevor Finch, former Mississippi Seawolf and Monroe Moccasin, among other teams, played in the SPHL a little bit himself. Now the Zamboni operator. Also has a bit of a hockey clinic. Look into it. Check him out. Shoot him a message. Trevor Finch on Facebook. He's been hosting clinics here at the Coliseum, helping out youth hockey players. So if you have a young one looking to get involved playing hockey, look up Trevor Finch on Facebook, and he'd be happy to coach your child in a few clinics. As they continue to try and iron things out here. And it looks like they were successful. So another lengthy delay, this time in the third period. Back-to-back nights, though, that both teams have been hung out to dry a bit, trying to stay loose, skate around, do what they can. And the officials trying to give it the final okay. This is a tumultuous process. I definitely do not envy the guys with all eyes on them here in the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, waiting for a result. Attendance tonight, 1449 on Friday night here at the Coliseum. Those that have come out are being given a treat. 5-3, Biloxi leads it. The lone goal in period number 3 belongs to Joetten Blacksmith from Pomeleon and Koch. Koch, another big night on the score sheet. 3 assists in back-to-back nights. 6 assists on the weekend. As Trevor Finch will exit stage left. And I'm not sure if we have an official verdict here yet. looks like the referees seem satisfied with the result. Checking on the stanchions, connecting the panels. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put a little weight on it and make sure that it is good to go. And it looks like we will resume play here. So here we go, 14:31 to go. The Breakers have a 2-goal lead. And we're back underway, out of the delay. Here's Carter Thornton across the red line, floats one in on Sommerfeld. That looked a little uncomfortable, but he's able to hold on to it. 14:21 remaining, so just 10 seconds tick off the clock. Breakers will make some changes quickly. The Blacksmith line out there with Royer and Koch. It's a clean win, but threw everybody all the way back out to center. Pomelion will give chase. Sent back out to the neutral zone. Steer backhands it in deep once again. 6 minutes gone by. Period number 3. Breakers lead it 5-3 over their interdivision foes, the Topeka Scarecrows, in jeopardy of dropping their 7th straight. Give and go pass, Blacksmith and Royer not on the same page there. Looked like an extra pass. Royer had plenty of room to skate with it. Now Klink and Stoya lock up. Sent ahead for Blacksmith. Blacksmith to the backhand of Koch. Koch through the circles, on goal, Sommerfeld. Uses the left pad to make a save. 13:41 to go. Another face-off set to come as Whalen and Koch getting reacquainted in front of Sommerfeld. Fisher will do it this time with Scott Koash in the near circle. It's tied up and Topeka controls. Out to the point, kicked in by Ramanow. Keeps the play alive for Biloxi in the offensive end. Charbonneau into the skates of Fisher. He'll hold, wait for help. Puck spits out far side. Trevor Lord hit into the boards by Charbonneau. Gave it right back to Fisher. Back to the point. One-timer comes in and turned aside with the right pad of Sommerfeld. Thornton to the blue line. Will kitty corner it down into the corner. Charbonneau on the backhand, in front, looking for Fisher, who takes a swipe at it. One last jab from Thornton, and another whistle, 13:04 to go. Fisher and Grant Bondi, former teammates, share a few words after the play. And another face-off win. Lind gives it away. Jones trying to reverse a check. And the puck comes out to center ice once more. Jones on the back check. Him and Lind tangle for a moment, and eventually it gets through to Pomeleon. Rhodey up the near side over the blue line. Him and Whalen collide, and it's controlled by Lind. Whalen gave Fisher a shot on the way through. Rather, that was Pikarczyk, the captain. Lind through the middle, looking for Checo. Turned it over. Jones ahead for Rhodey. 1-on-3. Dumps it in deep. Klink backhands for Norwinski, and Crowder lifts it out to center. Settled by Blacksmith. 8 minutes gone by here in the third period. 5-3 Biloxi leads. Nice spin move over on the far wall by Rhodey. Klink jammed by Christo. Gets it back and scores. Stephen Klink with a big-time goal. Looked like Christo made a brilliant play on the back end, and then Klink took it right back, stole his lunch money, and buried it on the blocker's side of Anton Borodkin. Just like that, it's 5-4. So it's just a 1-goal game now with 12 minutes to play. Royer and Clark tie up the draw. Topeka's got it again. Klink right back to work. Shoved down to the ice by Spinelli. Spinelli was looking for an arm in the air. Fortunately, there was none. Norwinski backdoor. Oh my goodness, Klink just gave away a surefire goal for one of the league's best. Norwinski scored. Just like that. 2 goals in 23 seconds, and the Scarecrows have tied things up at 5. What a game hockey is. The Scarecrows out of the break, coming back with the edge, and Topeka makes it 5-5. Alex Norwinski with his second as a Scarecrow. Both have come against Biloxi. His last one was a few weeks ago in this building once again. Gagnon off the face-off win. Gives away to Ramanow. Lind leaves for Koash. Popped out to center. Shots are 37-23 Scarecrows. Locked up at 5 now in a barn burner. Topeka needs these points bad. Breakers look to continue to try and play spoiler. Ramanow, a turnover at the blue line. Scott Koash leads a charge. Hopping into the play is Gagnon. Koash's shot turned aside with the pad of Borodkin. Another massive save for him. Fisher over the blue line. Holds outside the circle on goal. Held by Sommerfeld, couldn't find it. Taken back by Ramanow, left for Fisher in the corner. Koash and Fisher continue to jaw for the puck. Now a drop pass, Ramanow down Broadway, looking for a shot, drop pass, Stoya! Rebound, Fisher jabbing away, and now all kinds of chaos ensue after the play. Sommerfeld just threw a punch. And I believe that's Charbonneau involved down low there, and Sommerfeld, there should be some sort of reparations for a goaltender throwing a punch. Just ask Trevor Babin of Columbus. And I don't think the officials are going to want to make a call, as Sommerfeld now in the face of Trey Fisher down into the corner. But the officials don't want to change the course of what could be a huge game for Topeka in the playoff race. And I misspoke earlier, there's only 4 spots in the playoffs this season, no wild card play-in game like last year, which is why I was confused, but just the top 4 teams will get in. So Topeka currently sitting in that 4 spot needs these points, and I'm not sure the referees are going to want to dictate this with a penalty of any kind coming down the stretch here in period 3, with Sommerfeld trying to help himself out and clear out the crease. We will stay 5-on-5. .37 to go, 5-5 score. Tensions brewing in Biloxi. Stoya pops it up in the air off the blade of Crowder. Good forecheck from Bird and Crowder. Had it for Topeka for a moment. Now a foot race for the puck. Koch a chance to play it. Comes back, and we're going to have a slash coming against the Breakers. It's Hugo Koch who's going to head to the box with 10:20 to go. Breakers are beginning to reel. Topeka's 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. And this one will prove to be the most pivotal. Clark and Pikarczyk on the circle. Clark substituted by Koash, and it's a face-off controlled by the Crows and sent out by Pikarczyk after a good effort through contact. Koch booked for slashing. Breakers have had just 1 power play tonight. Topeka on their 4th. Gagnon out wide to Clark. Clark drops it back, and Pikarczyk intercepts to send it the 200 feet. Across the midway point, 9:50 to go, period 3. Jacob Gagnon. Outlet to Clark. Gagnon again on goal. And a save made by Borodkin with 9:40 remaining in the frame. We will head to our second media timeout. 5-5 in Biloxi.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
.39 to go officially. Period number 3. Hugo Koch with another minute 19 on his minor penalty for slashing. The 12th and final battle between these two teams. Topeka's taken 7 of 11 up until this point. Draw is going to come back to Anton Borodkin's end of things. It has been a fun weekend of hockey. Crowder and Spinelli with a little gamesmanship, poking at the toe of one another. Spinelli still continuing to chat with Crowder, and we'll play hockey. Klink out for Lind. Lind through the circle, shoots, blocker, save Borodkin. Down low again, Lord chases it in the corner. Out to the point for Grasby. Grasby gives it away. Fisher on the wall, can't get it out. Then jams up Grasby. Charbonneau swats to get it free, and he does. Grasby on for Lind again. Trevor Lord. Outside the circle with time and space. To the point for Grasby. Near side Klink. Klink shoots through traffic off of Crowder, and it can't be sent out by Fisher. Klink through the circle as his shot get jammed and go well wide. Grasby for Lord. To the point, Lind. Lord again outside the circle on the far side. Top of the key, Lind. Into the glove of Borodkin and held with 8:39 to go. Fisher and Crowder with a little bit more jousting and some smiles exchanged.
High five.
On the power play, in tight, Clark had a chance at the hat trick, and the puck just rolled off the tip of the blade of his stick. Time dwindling. The Hugo Koch minor will come to a close. Still tied at 5.
Red Bull strike. That's another successful Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill.
Dumped in by Topeka. Borodkin didn't get much on it, but Pamelian is able to get it out to the point. Still not out. Gagnon to work. Shielding on the backhand, on goal. Save made, they score. Breakers want it waved off. And it's no goal. Waved off by Gordon Laws, the head official down in the corner. Off a hand. Topeka's going down the line, but I'm not sure they realize it yet. Call on the ice is no goal. We might head to another review. The draw is going to come outside the blue line. So a hand pass, what took a goal away from Al Rody last night, now comes back to bite the Scarecrows here tonight. Robbie Nichols not thrilled. .7:58 to go, 5-5, a barn burner in Biloxi. The 5th to final home game for your Breakers. One of the last standing games in the FPHL tonight on Friday night. Pomelian, as his pass cut off, gets it right back, goes intended for Blacksmith and played by Lind. Royer takes a shoulder-to-shoulder check. Lind run into by Koch, and are they going to get him for a call? What's this going to be? Breakers are going to head shorthanded again. I don't know if I agree with this call. Neither does the crowd. So Hugo Koch will head back to the box. And just like that, the 5th power play of the night opens up for Topeka. See exactly what the indication is. Still no word yet. So the Scarecrows a chance to climb ahead for the first time tonight. Shot through traffic goes well over the crossbar. Elbowing call on Hugo Koch. Or no, for boarding, excuse me. Crowder with a redirection in front. Pikarczyk ties it up on the wall, waits for help. Charbonneau in to provide it. Trevor Lord in Gretzky's office. Around the wall, past Crowder, and through to Grasby. Back to Crowder, who finds Grasby. Short side, missed the net. Went right over the official's head, and all the way back out to the neutral zone off the wall. Inside 7 minutes to play, 5-5. Lind to work, takes a stick check from Rody. Crowder through the middle, on goal, save made by Anton Borodkin. Lord for Lind, outside near circle. Now Klink down low, looking in front for Crowder, intercepted by Stoya, but not out. Or rather, that's Ramanow. They score. Stephen Klink with a top corner snipe over the blocker of Borodkin on the power play. Topeka makes it 6-5. They open up 3 unanswered here in the 3rd period to pull ahead. And the Biloxi discipline proven to be an issue. Topeka shifting all the momentum in their favor ever since the delay. They trailed by 2, now they're up by 1. Stoya into the neutral zone. Held by Koch. Koch to Stoya between the legs. Now back outside the circle. Stoya across for Koch again. Koch down low. Went up into the air. Royer finds Blacksmith. Blacksmith for Royer again. Mishandle. Couldn't shove it deeper. And Koch comes away with it at center. Inside 6 minutes to play. Hugo Koch outside the circle. To the tape of Stoya. Makes a quick move. Turns one on goal. Blocker saves Sommerfeld. Royer. And Gagnon and Koch go hard into the wall. Blacksmith, saucer to the middle for Koch. Took one quick jab at it, and Sommerfeld got most of that poke check to keep it away. Another icing call with 5:32 to go. It's Ben & Jerry's at the Hard Rock Casino icing. Fisher in the offensive zone will take this one. Biloxi trails for the first time tonight. Here's Thornton. Pulling down low, lost it for a moment, gets it back. Looking to shake off Gagnon. All the way around. Christo steps up and runs into Crowder, but it's taken back. Christo a giveaway. Klink disrupted. Christo with it now. In across the blue line. Through some contact. Another giveaway to Klink. Flipped ahead. Cameron Clark will chase. Down into the corner, it's an icing with exactly 5 minutes to play in the third period. Shots all of a sudden are 46-27 Scarecrows. Anton Borodkin with 40 saves tonight.
Brought to you by Ben & Jerry's, located in the Hard Rock Casino.
Out of the delay at 8:01, Stephen Klink made it 5-4. Then at 8:24, Norwinski from Klink and Grasby tied the game. And then at 13:32, Klink again from Grasby to give Topeka a 6-5 margin. Crowder comes in to take it. And it's a win to the point for Stoya. Stoya, a little too indecisive, had it disrupted for a moment. Inside the blue line, Pikarczyk battles with Crowder. Here comes Cameron Clark once again through the neutral zone. Him and Klink both on hat trick watch in this game here tonight. 4.5 minutes to play. Tied at 5. Pomelian winds it down low for Stoya. Up ahead to Koch. He darts through the middle and gets rid of it to Pikarczyk. 2-on-2 the other way. Him and Blacksmith trade places. Pikarczyk shot way up and into the netting, or lack thereof. 4:19 remaining, and we'll take a quick break. Final media timeout. Scarecrows and the Breakers coming down to the wire here in Biloxi. We'll be back.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
Coliseum's on their feet. Final 4:19 to go here. Period number 3. 6-5 Topeka leads in the 36th and final regulation period in this season series. It's a win for the Scarecrows, but not out. Koch back to Pikarczyk. Outside near circle. Sent down low again for Blacksmith. Looking to bump it back for Koch. Off the wall. Hindered by Lind, and now back with it is Pikarczyk. Scarecrows in pursuit. Down low. Grasby comes away with it. Tiptoes the line. Hooked by Blacksmith for a moment, or rather had his stick lifted. Funky bounce off the wall. Settled by Stoya. Hugo Koch to work the other way. Jumps around Cameron Clark. Stoya will pin it in deep. Off the wall. Winds all the way back out to the point. Stoya in the direction of the goal. Tipped and sent to the corner. Blacksmith to Koch. Koch all the way around Fisher to the near side. Crows bang it out. Lord in a foot race with Pomelian, and they grant the icing just barely with 3:20 to go. Another whistle in this 6-5 game. Scarecrows 3 unanswered in a 5-minute span out of the lengthy delay. Should be the last game active in the FPHL tonight, although Twin Cities still in front 3-2 over Baton Rouge. Monroe and Columbus has gone final at 8-4. The Moccasins take that one. They're tied at the top with 92 points with Athens, but still do not hold the tiebreaker. Bouncing puck, knocked down by Sommerfeld in search of his first win of the season, receiving back-to-back starts in the absence of Sammy Bernard for one reason or another. Fisher across the blue line, shoots on goal, and it's held by Sommerfeld with 2:56 remaining period 3. Fans trying to will the Breakers back into this one. Shots are 46-28 in favor of the visitors. What a weekend of hockey, one way or the other. Doesn't get much closer. Blacksmith back for Spinelli. Spinelli hits the brakes, sprayed a few teammates on the bench over on the far side, and floats it ahead. Gagnon ahead for Lord on the stretch pass. Lord's shot. Took a piece of it, was Stoya, and then he blocks another one. Now Stoya in pursuit from north to south. Outlet for Koch. Koch up the near side. Right around Whalen to the goal mouth, still free. Karams to the point, Picard checks drive. Tipped in front, Blacksmith back with it, can't center. And Gagnon will lift it out once again. This will not be an icing. 2:15 to go, period 3. Spinelli ahead for, intended for Fisher. All the way back to Lind. Grasby. Above the circle, into the skates of Klink. Tried to go 5-hole, and it's swatted out by Spinelli. Thornton, the other way. Through a Scarecrow. Carter Thornton with a chance to tie it. Save! Sommerfeld. Now at the point again. Ramanow fires. Fisher, the follow. Still free. Is it in? It is. No, the horn went out. Still free, and we've got chaos. Sommerfeld arguing with the official, and this is going to take a little while to unfold. Thornton thinks they did it, and this is going to go to review. A nail-biting review in store here in Biloxi. Charbonneau seems to think it'll count. 1:36 is left on the clock. Did the Breakers just tie it? The million-dollar question everybody around the league wants to know.
The goal is under official review.
What an effort. All kinds of chaos in front of Bryn Sommerfeld. Sarah Carmen, the head off-ice official in between the glass, taking the referee in the orange stripes through it. Fisher pleading his case as to why it should be a goal. Video will have to be conclusive, of course. Goal horn went off briefly. And we will continue to sit tight. Scott Koash skating over. From our vantage point, tough to tell. It's going to come down to those cameras behind the goal, which is near the place where they were working on the glass. Certainly hope nothing was disrupted. And this is a monumental call. Playoff implications potentially on the line for Topeka, holding that fourth and final spot. Officials putting their helmets back on, and time will only tell Every second feels like a minute. Waiting on this verdict. 6-5 Topeka as it stands. If the goal is confirmed, it will be 6-6 with inside 100 seconds to play in regulation. Thanks for joining us on Breakers TV and on 106.3 FM. My name's Devin Dobeck along with you. Here comes the indication from the refs. No goal. Wow. Stays off the board. Pikarczyk not satisfied. And that's huge for Topeka. They don't want this game to go to overtime. They want as many points as they can scramble out of this. .96 seconds in regulation time remain. Do the Breakers have another chance in them? Got to start thinking about Anton Borodkin and pulling him. Pikarczyk ties it up. It's controlled by Lynn. Sent out to the point, but not fully out. Floated over the goal by Stoya. Here's Borodkin heading to the bench. Koch all the way around for Blacksmith. Blacksmith in Gretzky's office. Surveys, holds. Tried to go short side and maybe bank it off of Sommerfeld. Now gets it out for Koch. To the point, Fisher. Touch for Stoya. Now Koch again outside near circle. For Blacksmith. Back to Koch as he's tipped over. Koch's shot tipped in front by Fisher. And Grasby takes a swing at it. Eventually, Topeka forces it to the neutral zone. Clark for the hat trick, and he's got it. Cameron Clark buries the empty netter. And Biloxi, who was inches away from tying the game moments ago, is going to go on to fall here 7-5. A deflating goal, Cameron Clark, who had back-to-back hat tricks on February 13th and 15th, adds another one here on March the 6th. Heartbreaker here in Biloxi. Breakers put together 2 solid periods, had a 2-goal lead into the third, and that delay took a lot of momentum from them, similar to the delay last night, taking it from Topeka. Get an icing call here with exactly 38 ticks remaining. Closing in on 10 o'clock local time here. Last active game in the FPHL here tonight. Twin City does cement the win, 3-2 over the Zydeco, and a huge win for them, as they need to catch the PD Ice Cats for 4th place to have a playoff spot. Inside 30 seconds to go. Corey Checo outside the circle, slings it down low. Lord back out to the point for Gagnon. Gagnon's shot is controlled by Fisher now off the rebound. Here's Fisher. Can't get through Gagnon. Held by Lord. He'll go to work one last time. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and that will do it. The Topeka Scarecrows, with 4 unanswered goals in the final 12 minutes of regulation time, come back to take down the Breakers in the final meeting of this 12-game season series by a final of 7-5. The shots 49-31 in favor of Topeka when all said and done. Bryn Sommerfeld picks up his first win of the season for the Scarecrows. A barn burner that did not disappoint in the 12th and final game between these two interdivision foes. Breakers will salute the home crowd for the 5th to final time of this season And they'll turn their focus to their 5-game road trip, beginning with the Blue Ridge Bobcats next weekend, March 13th and 14th. We hope you can join us on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi for those, or at Walk-Ons in D'Iberville, the official watch party sponsor of the Breakers. Hugo Koch with 4 assists is the game's 3rd star. Justin Schmidt, one last lap in what could be his final time here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, his favorite road city and venue in the FPHL. And Blacksmith, the 2nd star, Stephen Klink, the 1st. Somehow Cameron Clark with a hat trick, not listed as a star. But a tough one once again. They've killed the cameras on us, so we will bid adieu. Next home weekend for the Breakers is their retro weekend against the Seawolves, March 27th and 28th against the Zydeco. They will rebrand as the Seawolves for the weekend. Should be a fun one as we close the book on this one last time. The final score 7-5. Topeka takes it. They outshoot the Breakers 49-31. On behalf of our entire production crew here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum, my name's Devin Dobek, the voice of the Breakers, saying so long, and always remember to live the dream.